From the Pro Image Group of Companies, Pro Sport, in conjunction with the Victorian Football League, presents Pro Football.
Hello and welcome once again to more great VFL action in pro football. This week we journey to VFL Park, where old rivals do battle together. Carlton up against Richmond. The Blues, many people touting them as grand finalists, and it's so early on in the season. Richmond have been somewhat of an enigma, unable to gain a winning consistency. But could they put their act together today against the formidable Blues combination? Their young imports were really starting to burn, players like Bradley, Kernahan and in particular Dorotich. Would they continue that good form today? Well, let's now take you to VFL Park for the opening bounce of the first term with our commentators Jack Edwards and Peter McKenna.
Sevens big league, VFL Park, the game between Richmond and Carlton. The umpire about to start proceedings as the rain tumbles down. It's been a dreadful week and it's not going to be any better this afternoon. Lee got beaten by Madden. Rowe tried to take it out, couldn't do so. Sock it off the ground toward the still in the centre square. Could have been a free kick going Richmond's way here. That will be taken in the centre of the ground, and the kick taken by Smith, who puts it out toward the wing position. Coming in, looked like a tackle against James, but the umpire's called play on. Carlton going forward, came off the boot. Looked like Kenny got the ball to the half-forward zone. Chance for Strawn. He sockles well on the ground toward the boundary line. Taken over by Smith. We'll see a boundary throw-in taking place 55 metres out from Carlton's goal.
Well, even though it has been raining for the last hour here at VFL Park, the ground, it'll be slippery, but by heck, it's in great condition considering the amount of rain we've had this week.
Well done.
There is James. Oh, he gave it straight to Glasgow. Glasgow a hurry kick towards the goals. Dean Notting is shooting back there against Jimmy Buckley, but it beats him over the line. I think, Jack, we're in for a very low-scoring game because conditions very slippery, difficult for the players, a number of players in long sleeves today.
Well, that's a good thing to be wearing a long-sleeve Guernsey. There's Kernahan against Jess. The ball came to the back of the pack. Rioli picks up for Richmond. Takes it away from the half-back line toward the centre of the ground where players set themselves. And a strong mark by Dorotich. A good mark under these conditions. Looking for a chance to play on. He comes back to his left foot and comes to within 45 metres of Carlton's goal, where it's been thumped to Rioli again, trying to pick up. Got a hand pass away. And another chance for Richmond to go forward. Once again, Pickering down there. Got the ball moving and away it goes from the boot of Landy up toward. These players look different already. That's Poole. They look different with the rain all over them.
He's got an open goal, Jack, as he fires it, swinging back. I think he's kicked it. Trevor Poole. What a top goal. A good start by the Tigers. Long kick by Trevor Poole after excellent team play further up the ground.
Yes, that was a good goal because the ball had to landed in the square, and the ground being as it is, very wet and slippery, the ball skipped off the top and it's gone through for a goal. So Poole kicking that goal to the joy of the Richmond supporters in the stands, and they're all up in the backs of the stands today trying to shelter from this rain tumbling down at VFL Park.
Interesting to see Doyle lining up on the wing somewhere. Stephen Silvani playing on Michael Roach. He's actually picking up Thornton. I think he's on the half-forward flank.
Well, pretty hard to know where they're playing at present. We'll try and sort them out. James can't pick it up. It's in there with Bradley. He tries to hook it out, can't do so. Sock it out once again toward James. Another chance for Landy. He picks up. Richmond going forward. Up toward the 40-metre mark it goes. Silvani gets around. And now Roach tries to get that ball away from Silvani. Silvani soccer tactics find the boundary line. And we'll see a boundary throw in.
Well, there's young Stephen Silvani. Ex-Marsland College boy, of course, Steve Silvani, a great player too, young Stephen. Good to see him back in the side, playing a big job on Michael Roach, but conditions are like, oh, Rioli's in everything at the moment. A high ball, this could be a goal. Will it bounce back? No, it won't, and the ball goes through for 1 point. So Rioli's already had 3 possessions, Jack.
Yes, he's doing well under these conditions, and not conditions I thought would suit him. Richmond won 7 points. Carlton not yet scored. The rain continues. And Harms from full back to Alvin. Nearly a free kick against Eustace. Socket off by Bradley. No, it's Evans, is it? They're going to look all different today. I think it was Bradley right the first time. I haven't seen him under these conditions. Oh, Alvin with a funny attempt to get rid of it. Now picking up, getting rid of it with the left foot. Up toward Kenny. He can't take the mark. It's on the turf, on the wing position, or towards the half forward for Carlton, and we'll see a bounce. Going to be hard to find in another 2 quarters, aren't they?
Goals today, Jack, I think are going to be worth their weight in gold, because they're some very good fine players in defence. It's going to be very difficult for the forwards. There's a free kick going Richmond's way to Dean Notting on half-back flank. I know Richmond are pretty confident about this game, so it'll be... surely Carlton would be favourites to win it, but it's only early as we see Lee looking out for Thornton. Thornton a touch of the fumbles. It's knocked further afield to Dool. I'm sure he's playing on the half-forward line up towards Jess, and Jess ducks back to take the mark on half-back flank.
Well, I wouldn't go into the half-forward or half-back zone if I were Jimmy Jess. I'd keep around the flank, and that he does up toward Madden's free kick. No, the umpire calls play on. Chance for Waitman. Coming out is Rhys Jones. He gets it for Carl. Well tackled. Well held. Yes, holding the ball. And Waitman's free kick. Richmond all pumped up by the looks of things. The kick going on its way to the half-forward zone. Not a good kick. Alvin's free kick against Landy.
Yes, definite free kick. A poor kick by Dale Waitman. He's had 2 possessions so far, and he should have lopped that over Alvin's head, because they had 2 loose men, as we see, from half-back. Now, that time it was Bernie Evans up towards centre wing. The players, once they get that hair wet, they're hard to pick up. There's a hurried kick. It was Blackwell getting it out to Evans, who butted up beautifully up towards half-forward. The mark was dropped by David Glascott, but you've got to forgive them today. There's Greg Strawn. Conditions will suit him because he lacks a yard in pace. It's on half-back. That's Brendan Bauer. Onto the left foot he goes towards centre wing, where the mark has been taken by David Rhys-Jones. Off he goes. He gets tackled as he kicked it. A hand pass from Glascott. Comes to Fraser Murphy. Off goes the little fellow. He's got an open goal. He centres it to McClure. Oh, he couldn't pick it up. It went straight through his hands, through his legs, through everything, and over the line and out of bounds. I must say that I think the wind would be favouring the end that Richmond is kicking to for sure, Jack.
Yeah, I'd go along with that, Pete. We often say that from up here, but it does appear by the way the flags are blowing up there, but under these conditions I don't know there's going to be much in favour of anybody. Rioli again doing well. Short kick into, he's had 4 possessions now to the half-back zone. Tap, that was Hogg. Got a tap out toward Eustace. He can't do much with it. Hurried kick came away from the boot of Evans by the looks of things. Hand pass comes away. James to Anea. And now Anea going to the half-forward zone, looking for Pickering opposed to Dool. And Dool takes the mark. Rather cool mark. Maybe that's the job that Dool has on Pickering.
Well, that's why it was up the half-forward line, because Pickering covers so much territory.
Right.
There is Meldrum, a hand pass to Blackwell. Those Carlton numbers very, very easy to see. Out wide to Bradley. Bradley a little chip pass, and he's found David Glascott, certainly within kicking distance. He is only 30 metres out from goal, 45-degree angle. Not the greatest kick in the world, David Glascott, but he certainly should make the distance from there.
I won't make any predictions today, because this ball is going to get very tricky. The kicks that normally they should get, they might not make, or they'll slide off the side of the boot. So Glascott getting this one on its way. Looks like he's done that all right. And he kicks the goal. Carlton's first goal, kicked by David Glascott, a late inclusion in the side. Carlton 1 goal, but Richmond have won 7 points to their credit, and the Carlton fans wouldn't even hear of defeat today, but these conditions can turn a lot of games around.
Well, there's David Glascott, a very good player, but he's one of a number of Carlton players who have to really perform out there today to keep their place in the side. They're under a lot of pressure, the Carlton guys, with the tremendous amount of depth that they do have at the club, similar to the Hawthorn Football Club, as we see Lee against Madden. Madden got that one down to Bernie Evans, who dropped it. There's Rioli getting another kick out of the centre towards half-forward. He's had about 5 possessions. There's Waitman pouncing on the ball with Tommy Alvin, but the ball will be bounced at centre half-forward, almost to the centre of the ground.
In position, Madden got it down. Lee tried to get it out, couldn't do so. It socked off the ground by Anea into the open territory where Dorotich had front berth, couldn't take it. Then there was Hogg trying to get it through his legs. Didn't do a bad job. It was Poole now picking up. It wasn't Hogg at all. It was Manton who got the ball out. Picked up by Waitman. He goes toward goal. He's way off target. It's out of bounds in the full, I would think. And we'll see a free kick going Carlton's way to Silvani. So Silvani got that ball into short, into toward Alvin. Alvin takes it. Looking for the chance to continue. He goes downfield. He's going to skip toward Lee. Did he get rid of it or not, or was he held? The umpire calls play on. The ball forced back toward the forward pocket. Alvin had the front berth, taken by Dool. Comes back toward the flank position where Jess tries to spoil. Didn't get the opportunity. Was tapped out toward Buckley. Now it's been well picked up.
Yes, that was Craig Smith over to Thornton. Thornton towards half forward. Dool ducks back. Oh, good mark, Bruce Dool. A lovely mark. Pickering had made the lead out wide and was ignored. There's Sylvania hand pass, a bad one. Waitman has had. Oh, beautiful turn by Waitman. Magnificent play. Hand pass out wide to Bauer. Bauer into the open goal. What brilliant play that was by Dale Waitman.
That's a great piece of football by Waitman. That was a great effort. In fact, had he kicked the goal, Pete, it might have been featuring goal of the day, but he gave the ball away. A nice piece of work by Dale Waitman. He's had 3 possessions so far. Got that ball out to Bauer, who put it through for a goal to Richmond. 2-1-13 the Richmond total. Carlton 1 goal for 6 points. Tommy Elvin there, you see on screen, opposed to Waitman, and Waitman might be suited to these conditions more so than Elvin.
It's an interesting move, that one. I don't know whether I agree with that. He might be a little bit nippy for Elvin. Elvin plays close and hard, but Waitman's very nippy with that handball already with 3 possessions. There's Peter Rode on the left foot. Dean Notting flies. Oh, thumps wide. Here's a chance for Carlton. Glasgow, he's in everything. Gets it wide to Bernie Evans. Evans into the open goal. He's kicked it. A goal to the Blues. A nice goal. Good team play as they brought it up from the centre of the ground.
Yes, a nice piece of work to Bernie Evans, who's playing quite well in the last few weeks. He's had 3 possessions at this stage of the match. I saw him play against North Melbourne on the Monday holiday, and Evans played quite well that day, and he's playing all right today. Though conditions, as I said before, will change a lot of predicted results.
And Glasgow too in everything. Jack, he's had 4 possessions at the 10.5-minute mark of this first quarter.
Right, Sevens Big League, VFL Park, the game between Richmond and Carlton. 1 point between the teams, with Richmond leading.
Lee and Madden. Madden gets that one down, but it's not a decisive one. Peter Rode. Bradley off the ground. Oh, that's a good kick. Punched away from Sutcliffe. Kernahan, he's got a big job there. If he's, well, it might be Jess picking up Kernahan. We'll pick that up in a moment. Good play by young Scott Sutcliffe. He's the player that came across to Richmond from the Melbourne Football Club. He was unwanted there. I wouldn't have thought they were that strong that they could clear players, Jack.
No, sometimes, Pete, they have enough of one type of player and they just haven't got room for them all. It was Sutcliffe that I called Hog early in the day too, I've just remembered. That's been picked up here by Thornton, who gets the ball toward the centre of the ground. Was that a mark or not to Manton? The umpire hasn't played it. Socket off the ground by Dorotich. No free kick. No. It's all Carlton's. Evans should kick a goal from here. He's only 45 metres out into the open square. It goes. Another Carlton goal kicked by Evans. 2 in the space of a couple of minutes, and it's bounced through again. So no one in that square. And Bernie Evans doing quite well. 4 possessions so far in the game. And Carlton lead Richmond by 5 points on Sevens Big League.
Well, a great start by the ex-Swan, Bernie Evans, and he is a great player. But in the last couple of weeks, he's had a couple of ordinary games, Bernie, so that'll give him a lot of confidence to kick 2 goals. I don't know whether that was a push in the back or whether Notting had slipped over on that occasion. A little bit of both, I think.
Well, under these
still, it's a goal.
Under these conditions, Peter, they have to let a bit go today. They can't stop a every little infringement that goes on. Rioli doing well again. Gets the ball up to the half-forward zone. Dool sets himself. Didn't try and mark it. Wasn't bad thinking either. Got the ball to turf. Alvin and Waitman's there. Been picked up very well by Rhys Jones. He gets around the opposition to get a short pass into toward Buckley. Rioli can't take it. Nor can Buckley. Buckley recovers well. Can't get the... Yes, he hooks it out the back door. A chance for an ear. Coming through. It could have been a free kick for a trip to Kernahan. Picked up by Eustace. He goes forward to the half-forward zone. Harms comes out. Didn't try and keep going. Took the mark. Will go back and take the kick with a 15-metre start toward the centre. Harms now from half back to the centre of the ground looking for Bradley. Bradley up there. Oh, no mark. Could have been a free kick nearly to Boris Rioli, but the ball on the turf. A pack of players there. Buckley gets it out. All Carlton players want to play well, as Peter McKenna said.
There's the kick from Glasgow. Oh, lovely kick to Bernie Evans. Oh, they've got loose men everywhere. Wayne Blackwell marks half-forward flank. Well, he's got an open goal, but he's on a very acute angle. He centres the ball to McClure. He's dropped it. Well, you can understand that today. It comes wide to Notting. Notting in the head. And the umpire said he copped it across the head. That was a magnificent pass for Blackwell, but with the wet ball, maybe the long sleeves for Mark McClure. Jack, after that one.
Yes, they wouldn't have gone astray. Smith took the short pass and plays onto the wing position, looking for a teammate and finds... Oh, it could have been a free kick to James after he missed the mark. Got a hand pass out. That was Thornton. It comes back into the player underneath there. And that player under there, I think it's Kenny. No, it's not. It's Glasgow underneath that pack, or a pack of two, if you call that a pack. And the bounce will take place on the half-forward flank. Nearly wing position.
Gee, Madden just... Manton copped one behind the play there, right in the mouth from Justin Madden. And he was still holding his head. Oh, gee, you'll have to watch that, Justin.
So will Manton.
Oh, you can say that again, but as far as the reports, there it goes towards half-forward. Dool on Pickering. Oh, Dool doing very, very well. To Wayne Harms. Harms towards half-forward. And a big mark, a lovely mark. With the wet ball is taken by Steve Kernahan.
He's on the wing position, looking into the half-forward zone. He's gone across there, finding Glasgow. No opposition. Glasgow thought of playing on. Changed his mind quickly. Now looks for a lead from Evans. Evans makes the position. Glasgow's got 6 possessions. Gets it out towards Strawn. Oh, socket off the ground. Near the boundary line, it bounces and over it goes for a boundary throw-in. Little scoreboard over there showing Carlton leading Richmond by 5 points. They're on Sevens Big League, 14.5 minutes into the first term.
Half-forward flanked, and Strawn actually got the hit out there. I'm delighted that they're playing Maurice Rioli in the centre of the ground today. That's his right spot for the Tigers. Trevor Poole, well, I'll try and pick up where I think he's playing half-forward flank, or it's certainly across the half-forward line. And, well, Rioli's best position definitely is in the centre. There's Rhys Jones taking the mark. A kick by Strawn it was. Rhys Jones, half-forward flank, started off well. David Rhys Jones, that's his second possession towards the pocket. Uncontested mark. Not good play by Ronnie Thornton, as Blackwell just took his time and took an easy mark.
Yes, mark should be hard to get up there today. But five possessions now to Blackwell. And from this position, not far out, about 30 metres out, has a chance to kick a goal. His first goal. Carlton are leading by 5 points before Blackwell comes in for the shot. Tricky ball today, though. Well, it looks all right from where we're set, but it may be just too tight, only one behind. So Blackwell gets the minor part. Carlton 3-1, 19 points. Richmond 2-1, 13 points. They're on Sevens Big League as we approach the 16-minute mark of the first term.
I'll tell you what, Bruce Dool, Jack, is going to be tired by the end of the day. He's a great player, but Pickering is running all over the place at the moment. Poor old Bruce looks very tired already chasing him.
Well, I think he'll put up with it because Bruce has played a lot of football. I think he'll relish the challenge. Could have been Richmond's free kick, will be played. Anea with the ball on only about 30 metres out from the Carlton goal. So he wants to get it away from here. Had 4 possessions, gets it out wide. Updo fly comes to Peter Road. Little kick comes off the boot toward Buckley. A hard one to take, though. He can't take it. Evans a chance to get it off the ground. Picked up by Buckley. Given to Glasgow. Glasgow should hand pass. Oh, a funny looking hand pass. It's come off to Blackwell. He was in 2 minds as to what to do with it. And what's he done with it? He's done the right thing in the finish. Kicked the goal for Carlton. So Wayne Blackwell gets his first goal. And now he's had 6 possessions so far. We've only been playing nearly 17 minutes of the first term. So Sevens Big League scoreboard showing Carlton 4-1, Richmond 2-1, 25 playing 13. And I think, Peter, that the rain may have gone away for a little while.
Yes, it's died right down. But it was good play by Cud. Actually, good play by Glasgow. And he's in everything at the moment. As I said, Carlton players have to play well to maintain that place in the side. There's Lee. Got the hit out. Kicked off the ground by Rioli. Trevor Poole dives in on top of it. There's Rioli again. He's got it. Onto the right foot. He kicks it wide. Oh, gee, they're falling down across that half-forward line at the moment. Rhys Jones, well done. Hand pass to Dorotich. They're looking good now, the Blues. Out wide goes. He's got a man there in Evans. Evans to Meldrum. Meldrum to Bradley. Oh, gee, they look good, the Blues now. The long kick up towards McClure against Strawn. Strawn from behind, but Jimmy Buckley over the back. Kicked off the ground by Buckley. Oh, bounced close to the goals and through for 1 point.
Jimmy nearly got a game in the World Cup side then. That was a good try, coming in off the nearly off the boundary line with a soccer attempted goal. Not scoring at the goal, though, getting the point. Oh, bad miss by Bauer. Not a good kick, though, by Strawn. Picked up by Kernahan. And a chance for Strawn to make amends. He gets a hand pass back out. That's Anea with the ball, who's had 5 possessions. And he gets it. Rhys Jones doing well, Peter, isn't he?
Yeah, shocking kick by John Anea. Straight into the hands of Rhys Jones, who is doing very well. 5 possessions towards Blackwell. Could have almost been a free kick. Strawn doing pretty well down there with his strength. As I said earlier, these conditions are made to order. 5 possessions to Greg Strawn. They're made to order. I thought He just about played his last senior game with his lack of pace. 26 plays 13, double the score, 4-2 to 2-1. With his lack of pace drawn, he was finding it hard. That's a free kick to Jess. No, said the umpire. There's Jimmy Buckley giving in the hand pass. It's grabbed there by Fraser Murphy. He kicks it off the side of the boot. A chance for Richmond. Now that was James, dropped the sitter. In they go, and here's danger because it's on half forward. Road gets it further afield towards Kenny. Oh, here's danger towards Bauer, or Jess it was, in fact, came over the top and thumped it through for a behind to the Carlton side.
Carlton looking very threatening, Pete. 4-3-27 to 2-1-13. Richmond started off well, kicked the first goal of the game, but since then Carlton have sort of steadied. And with Dool playing very well on Pickering, Richmond are losing a fair bit of drive up there across the half-forward zone. Speak of Dool, he was in that shot, but the hand pass comes away now, and the kick coming up toward the half-forward zone. Been taken up there and booted up to that. Looks like Smith getting that ball away. No, it wasn't. It was Poole. Players do change the day. Coming away is an out to Melton. The kick delivered out there by number 31 for Carlton, Tommy Elvin. He should know Elvin with his long hair, Pete. Down toward the half-forward zone. Big Madden might be a little bit out of sorts today with the weather. Smith got a hand pass to Jess. Jess moves it up to the half-forward zone now. Dool going back to try and take the mark. Dorotich couldn't hold it. In comes Elvin again. A little kick comes away from the boot of Elvin, but sock it off the ground again.
Yes, and this soccer comes towards Bernie Evans. Now, who's there? Trevor Poole's there. Oh, taken away by Peter Road. Beautiful judgment as he kicks it wide. He's looking out there for Kenny. Over the back of the pack is Jess. Oh, good strong play, Jimmy Jess. Onto the left foot, he kicks a boomer wide, but the mark is taken brilliantly by Harms. Harms goes straight up the middle of the ground, but the mark has been taken there for Richmond, and let's see who that was.
Looked like Pickering right down there.
Looked like Pickering, but no, it's not Pickering. I'll pick him up in a moment, Jack, because he's gone into a long... It was Sutcliffe, in fact. Towards centre wing is Eustace. Eustace towards Anir. Anir onto the left foot. They're looking for Roach. Roach and Silvani. Roach up in front. Punched by Silvani. Grabbed by Pickering. Oh, gee. No one down there. Grabbed by Bernie Evans. They're doing well in defence. The Richmond forward line very disappointing so far. Here's a chance, though, for Wally Eustace. Onto the right foot he goes. Harms is there again. Couldn't take the mark. Backing up is David Rhys-Jones in everything. Out to Melbourne. They're too good in defence at the moment, the Blues. There's Brendan Bauer. Pushed in the back, was he, by Bradley? No, said the umpire, was in the side. There's Bradley again. Grabbed. Did he have the ball? No, said the umpire. It's holding the man.
Yes, good decision. Well played, Bradley, too, to do that. He got the ball near his possession. Didn't take possession of it. He was tackled, and the umpire said a free kick. This is his 5 possessions now to Bradley from the half-back line, coming into the half-forward zone. The players will set themselves. No mark is taken. Jimmy Buckley gets the ball away. Down toward McClure. Strawn's there. A little bit of pace being used at the back there by Glasgow. But Strawn keeping the ball in front of him. Well done by Glasgow. He worried him out of that. Now another chance for Kernahan. What's happening there? The umpire said a bounce will take place right on the boundary line. And that's over by the small scoreboard, showing Carlton leading Richmond by 14 points.
Very good quarter by Carlton, because Richmond started off so well. And yet Carlton are winning it in defence. They're rebounding from defence, where Richmond's forward line is very disappointing at the moment, especially across the half-forward line where they're not getting any drive at all. Now, there is Sutcliffe getting it to Pickering. That's Pickering on the half-back flank. I think he really should be up in the half-forward flank at the moment, as we see from half-back. Kicked off the ground by Manton, overrun by Lee, kicked off the ground by Poole. Play on, said the umpire. Elvin doing well down there. Oh, Waitman brilliantly took it away. Oh, little hurry kick over to Pickering was good play. Pickering a hand pass to Poole. Poole strolls into the open goal. He stabs. Don't tell me he's missed it from 10 metres. He has. He hooked that badly. Could have handballed over the top even. A bad miss to Trevor Poole.
Well, it was a bad miss, because Richmond needed that one to try and get back into the game. They're trailing by 13 points against Carlton. Mightn't sound much, but under these conditions, won't be easy to pick that up. 4-3 playing 2-2. Carlton leading on Sevens Big League. 23 minutes into the first term. Silvani took the kick in from full back. Gets it moving down toward the half-forward zone. Taken by Thornton. Thornton breaks away. Evans claims him. Could have been holding the ball, but might not have been a free kick that Richmond's thought, but Evans wins out. So that was justice. He did that very well, Bernie Evans. Gives it over to Bradley. Bradley hooks it around into toward the half-forward zone. No opposition, and the mark has been taken by David Glasgow. 55 metres out, would be too far to score. Glasgow Tate kick, not a good one either. He gets it out toward Murphy. Murphy 55 out from goal. Won't get around, couldn't kick it from there anyhow. Now swings into the forward pocket. Not a good position for McClure to lead, I wouldn't have thought. And the ball pumped out by Strawn, so a boundary throw-in taking place.
Well, Strawn, admittedly, conditions are perfect for full back play today. It's very difficult for full forwards under these conditions, and McClure is getting well beaten up there at the full forward post, but Strawn is doing very, very well. If they bring it out of defence,
going to be a boundary throw-in.
Right out towards the half-back line. The crowd is 26,000, and that's a pretty good effort.
26,000 brave souls, because they're all getting up in the back of the stand, as I said earlier. When you see shots around the boundary line, you wouldn't think there was 26,000 people here, but they are in attendance. Jimmy Buckley is beaten to it by Blackwell. Blackwell's left foot kick, not a good one, comes around the flank position, and from the half-back line, that's James with his number obscured, getting the ball down to the wing. Waitman hooks it out, straight toward Peter Dean of Carlton. He tries to get it moving. He does too to Meldrum. Caught. Play on's the cause. Picked up by Notting. Someone tried to trip him there. I think it was Meldrum tried to trip him. The ball tapped away. Pickering, no one across the half-forward line at all. And so this ball's going to bounce up towards Rhys Jones to pick up in front of Rioli. He gets the ball moving out towards
deliberate.
The half-forward or half-back zone and straight over the boundary line.
Dead set deliberate, that one. No doubt about that. He just saw no one to kick it to, and he went bang, right for the boundary line.
Well, I think it's good football.
Well, it's actually gone 20 metres back towards Richmond's goal. So
the umpire hasn't penalised it, so it must have been good football.
Well, it was good football, but the umpire should have penalised it. There was Mark Lee. It's grabbed there by Jimmy Buckley. Hand pass to Rhys Jones. Their teamwork is beautiful. There's Justin Madden on the left foot, bringing it up towards half forward. Strong play by Dean Notting as he kicks it wide towards the boundary line, over the line and out of bounds.
27 playing 14. Carlton leading Richmond, 25.5 minutes. You're watching the first term on Sevens Big League from VFL Park.
Interesting that Bruce Dool has been taken off the ground and Peter Dean on. Now, I wonder if all that running around has had an effect on Dool.
No, I think he must have hurt himself or something such as that, because he was playing quite well. Waitman getting the ball moving up toward Roach. A chance for Roach now. Off the boundary line. It won't be an easy shot with this football. And the umpire said he's missed it, I think. Yes, only one behind. Could have kept going in.
Oh, should have said it. The ball, he had two loose men about 20 metres out from goal. He had a shot from the boundary. It wasn't good play by Michael Roach.
Right, Richmond 2-3-15. Carlton 4-3-27. Big league game from VFL Park and kicked in by Harms. Meldrum takes the mark without opposition. Plays on from the half-back line down toward the wing. No mark taken on this occasion by Fraser Murphy, but he had plenty of time. No opposition at times, Peter, for the Carlton.
They're doing it easily, Carlton. This is Glasgow, who's had a great quarter. Now he's looking for McClure and Justin Madden. Let's see if Strawn can beat him this time.
Well done.
Brilliantly done, Mark McClure. Justin Madden on the right foot. Oh, gee, that comes loose. A chance for Thornton. He dropped that. Play on, said the umpire, as they pounce on top of it. Umpire Brendan Carlin will come in and bounce it, but gee, Richmond are not teaming anywhere near as well as what Carlton are at this stage of the match.
No, it's possibly why Carlton are 2 goals in front. 4-3, playing 2-3. That was a nice piece of work by McClure, but Justin Madden couldn't take advantage of it. This bounce taking place only 15 metres out from Carlton's goal. And the Richmond defence finding the boundary line again. That was Waitman getting the ball over the boundary line and now taking up a position to take the knock from the ruckman if Jess can win it against McClure. With Kernahan with the front berth. Jess is going to do the ruck work against Kernahan. Jess gets the front berth. McClure came over the side, tapped back behind Morris Rioli, tapped out by Meldrum toward Buckley and picked up by Kernahan and tapped back again toward the boundary line. James dives in on top of it. Once again, it's Rode picking up and going in toward the full forward zone for Carlton. Chance for Meldrum, got the boot to it. Chance for Murphy, can't do it. Meldrum tries again, but he's missed it. Well, soccer tactics being used here. With the World Cup going on in other parts of the world, there's a lot of soccer being played here at VFL Park. 28 playing 15, Carlton leading Richmond 28 minutes into the first term.
And the teamwork of the Carlton side, Jack, under these conditions, I think you'd agree, is magnificent. They really are backing each other up beautifully. There's Jess.
Gee, and a back kick.
It's a lovely kick towards Lee, almost a mark, and the umpire said he was pushed in the back, Mark Lee. They've got to do something about their forward line. There just doesn't seem to be anyone around the half-forward line. Here's a chance now for Graham Landy. Now, they've got Roach loose. He's coming a long way out from goal. It was a lovely pass. Well done, Steve Silvani. Roach on the bottom of the pack. And Road. It's grabbed by Landy. Landy's going onto his right foot. He kicks it wide. Now, who's there? There is Trevor Poole for Richmond. He knocks it on, looking for Rioli. He trips over. There's the siren to end the first quarter here at Waverley. A very good quarter by Carlton. They lead 4-4, 28 to Richmond, 2 goals, 3-15. The start of the second quarter here at Waverley. A brilliant first quarter by Carlton. Into the breeze, 4-4, 28, lead Richmond, 2-3-15. It will take a good effort by Richmond today to get back. Well, they're not far out of it, but it'll be a big effort to beat Carlton under these conditions, because Carlton played so well in that first quarter with their teaming. They ran it up the ground with handballs, and they certainly looked a far more constructive side. There's Glasgow getting another kick. He had a brilliant first quarter. There's Pickering ducking back to take the mark. He gives the hand pass over to Smith. Craig Smith out wide to Rioli. Rioli was a good player in the first quarter. He kicks it long. He's looking for Roach against Silvani. They're using a new ball, which is good news. Manton tries to kick it off the ground. Towards the pocket it goes, and Wayne Harps takes it over the line right next to that behind post. No score yet in this quarter. Scoreboard showing Carlton on 4-4, 28, leading Richmond 2 goals, 3-15.
13 points between the teams. This is early in the second term, but you're watching on Sevens Big League, and Blackwell trying to get the ball out, can't do so. Waitman trying to contain it, and we'll see another bounce taking place only 20 metres out from Richmond's goal. Richmond needing goals to get back in the game. They're trailing by 13 points. So Lee got in late, tapped out by Alvin toward the boundary line, and that's where it finishes. We'll see a boundary throw in once again against the behind post in Richmond's forward pocket position. So from here, Pete, Richmond could be able to get a goal if Waitman or one of the smaller players can pick it up and have a shot. Rioli's in there. Chance for Landy. He's on the wrong foot. If he did pick up, sock it off the ground out of the danger zone.
Ronnie Thornton's got it. Oh, he took his eye off the ball towards centre wing. And Carlton are getting it out of that Richmond defence far too easily. There's Kenny getting it out to Jimmy Buckley. Buckley's got it. He hooks it back. Strawn and McClure. Strawn has been on top so far in this game. He punches it to the line. Oh, well done, Mark McClure. Back to Kernahan, but they're doing it too easily. Fraser Murphy flies. Craig Smith knocks it away to Jess. Well done by the Richmond defences. Jimmy Jess, a long kick up towards centre wing. Over the back we see Wayne Blackwell. Well done, the big fella Mark Lee. It's grabbed though by Elvin. Oh, knocked cleverly back to Blackwell by Buckley. He goes the long kick up towards McClure. No mark. Strawn over the back. Grabs it. Going for the hand pass. Good play, Greg Strawn. Out to Sutcliffe. Now it's on to Waitman. Dale Waitman. Left footer shocker straight to Bradley.
Bradley's on half forward. Too far out to even think of a shot. He's going into the half forward zone now, or over that toward McClure. Strawn's there. McClure got the hands to it. Smith is there for Richmond. Can't get a hand pass away cleanly. Then we'll see a bounce taking place. It's only 25 metres out from Carlton's goal. Every time Carlton go forward, they look fairly dangerous, but Richmond, on the other hand, lacking forwards, mainly across their half-forward line. But also going back further, Roach hasn't done much. Hand pass comes out to Evans from McClure, and the kick off target, the mark taken by Smith. Hard against the behind post. He goes back toward the half-back zone, but straight toward Justin Madden, and he takes the mark on Carlton's half-forward zone. Only 3 possessions so far, so the conditions not suiting Madden. Jess in front can't take the mark. Could have been against Fraser Murphy on that occasion, but the umpire has deemed a bounce to take place 25, 30 metres out from Carlton's goal.
Conditions here at Waverley, a little bit slippery, but the ground generally pretty good considering the amount of rain we've had. And of course, with our cricket pitches on the ground, it makes it a lot easier for the curator. Oh, there's Waitman, caught one across the neck. Play on, said the umpire. The advantage rule paid. No mark. Oh, Lee was being held by Madden then. Play on, said the umpire, as it comes across to Elvin. Elvin hooks it back towards half forward, and the only one who went for it was a Richmond player there in Dale Waitman.
Yes, I don't know that the advantage rule was right before after Waitman got that kick, but anyhow, it was played. He's had 8 kicks now. Waitman, the sun coming out, making a mockery of the conditions. The ball on the turf, oh, in there it is with Road. And Rioli doing quite well for Richmond today, but I don't think the conditions really suit him that well. He's had 8 kicks or 8 possessions so far. The ball on the turf and sock it off from there toward the wing position. Bruce Dool, who was on earlier on Pickering, did well. Now he loses possession to Rioli. His hand pass comes away. Pickering can't take it. Looking for a free kick, was pushed down, taken by Glasgow. A short kick comes toward Buckley, but over his head. And now it's Richmond coming away from the half-back line through Sutcliffe. Up toward Bauer. He can't accept the ball. On the turf with Pickering. But his skills have got out of the game. Rhys Jones got a hand pass away. And threading his way through is Jimmy Buckley. The left foot kick comes out to the half-forward flank. And the mark taken by Blackwell, looking for a chance to play on. He can see a lead into the forward pocket. And Glasgott's made the hole and taken the mark and will take the shot at goal. Doing well, Glasgott.
Excellent play by David Glasgott. Instead of blazing away, of course, he coming in for his 12th kick or 12th possession. 12th kick, a great effort. But he made the space into that pocket, called for the ball from Wayne Blackwell, and a big chance to kick a goal from only 20 metres out on an acute angle. So let's see what he does with the drop punt. He stabs at that one. It goes slightly across.
He tried to steer it.
Yes, he did. Hit the post, and 1 point is the result. So 4-5, Carlton move on to, leading Richmond 2-3.
It's 14 points now. That's the first score in the second term on Sevens Big League. 5.5 minutes in we are. Bauer didn't hold that mark. I thought he should have, although we won't criticise anyone today for not holding marks up top. Bradley has had a very good season, nearly out of bounds before he got the hand pass away. The ball on the turf, kicked off the ground by Bradley, but not before the free kick had been awarded Carlton's way and taken by Blackwell. I think that was against Thornton giving that free kick away. Blackwell with the ball, 55 metres out, so you'd say he couldn't score. He'll put that up somewhere near the square. He kicks it up high. Be one for the Rovers, Peter.
Yes, as Jess is doing a bit of wrestling over the back of the pack is Waitman. Who he popped one in the back, I think. Fraser Murphy had a flying shot. Now, I think Waitman will get this for in the back, as I called it originally. Umpire Carlin a little bit slow on the whistle that time.
And
but
doesn't he pay the 15 metres for that?
Well, he should, yes.
He should have. Well, he didn't. The ball kicked up toward the wing where Dorotich flew high to spoil. It's tapped out by Landy, but can't be taken by anyone cleanly. Landy burrows in to try and get it out. Wasn't successful. We'll see a bounce taking place 55 metres out from Carlton's goal. On Sevens Big League, 6.5 minutes into the second term. It's Carlton on 4-5-29, Richmond 2-3-15.
Roach doing the ruck work. I wonder if he's been moved into the ruck. Waitman, good skills.
He hasn't.
Good skills as he goes towards Pickering and Doyle over the back. A chance for Eustace. Now, who's he got there? Only one player up near the forward line. He should look for Pickering. He does. Now, Pickering should get the bounce here with a bit of luck as it comes towards the forward line. Hooks it back. But Phil just waited coolly behind him, put him under a bit of pressure, and he put it out of bounds on the full.
All he did was give him a little side push. He was about to kick the ball. Brucey Dew is still as skillful as ever. Little side push and he forced the ball out of bounds. Now he shoots it into Peter Rowe. Dew's had 6 kicks. He was off the ground part of the first term. He gets it out to Evans. Carlton looking good at VFL Park this afternoon. Down toward McClure they goes. It too far out from goal to score, but he brings the ball to turf. A chance for Rioli. He can't pick up clean. He got a bit of pressure from Kenny there and will take the free kick.
Well, Maurice Rioli has been a very good player. Of course, anyone with his amount of skill. Oh, geez, he could have given out wide there to a couple of Richmond players, but he elects to go the long kick. Well, I suppose it's not a bad thing. Over the back is Alvin. Oh, good play. Gee, they back up well. Over to Glasgow, who's having a field day today. Out wide to Peter Kenny, the ex-West Australian, who brings it towards half forward. Jess and Kernahan over the back. Strawn, doing well. Tried to kick it. Grabbed by Steve Kernahan. Into the open goal he goes. Bang, and it's a goal to Carlton for his first.
Well, don't make a mistake down there, or the Carlton players will pick it up. That's Kernahan's 6th possession. 1 goal now to his credit. The Carlton fans very happy, as they should be. And Carlton now 5-5 for 35 points, leading Richmond 2-3-15. So 20-point advantage to Carlton. 8.5 minutes into the second term. We're on Sevens Big League, and this VFL Park has been rain-drenched this afternoon on top of what we've had during the week.
Graham Landy off and Michael Roberts on.
Centre bounce. Roach doing the ruck work, beaten by Madden. The ball tapped to turf. It comes out towards Poole, tapped by Evans. Another pack forming up. Gets hurried out of the back of the pack with Poole in possession, and we'll see a bounce. A free kick now to Poole because he was slung down by Rhys Jones after he kicked.
Trevor Poole towards half forward. Mark Lee has been moved to full forward, but he needs support. Grabbed by Bauer. Oh, look at this again up there. Now a chance for Lee to Pickering. Michael Pickering's got an open goal. Hooks it back cleverly, looking for Manton. Manton, beaten by Silvani. punched away. That defence is far too good as Bernie Evans kicks it wide towards the half-back flank. Bradley against Thornton. Grabbed off the ball, Bradley. I think it should have been a free kick, was it?
Yes,
yes, said the umpire. So Craig Bradley on centre wing. I think really Rioli had the better of him in the first quarter.
Bradley's 11th possession for the afternoon, and there's only a few minutes. We're nearly 10 minutes into the second term. The kick by Bradley up toward Jesse, can't take the mark. Buckley awaits the crumb, got it too. His hand pass comes out toward Murphy, but it's been hurried away. Looked like Smith getting the kick away there. Socked off by Madden into the half-forward zone. Players having trouble controlling the ball. Being given out by Reece Jones to Buckley to Evans. Evans 50 metres out, goes into Fraser Murphy. Another goal coming up for Carlton. There it goes. Off the boot of Fraser Murphy. The ball put through. Good play by the little fellas there at Carlton, starting with Buckley out to Fraser Murphy, and then it was capped off. Good piece of work, Peter.
Great piece of work there as we see the score 6-5 Carlton, Richmond 2-3, 41 plays 15. A brilliant kick by Bernie Evans. He ran onto the left foot and I was waiting for him to hook it back, but Evans, instead of hooking it back on the left, he decided to just kick a little side kick off the side of his boot. There's Jimmy Buckley on screen.
He started all that.
Yes, he started it all off in the first place, but a little side kick went straight into the little fella there, number 30, Fraser Murphy, who slammed it through for a goal.
Centre bounce, VFL Park, 41 playing 15 in favour of Carlton. Rioli lost possession the way through, picked up by Blackwell. He got it moving toward Kernahan, who couldn't accept it, taken by Kenny. Not a bad player, this kid. He gets the ball moving off the boot now toward McClure. McClure beaten by Strawn. He got the ball chapped away from him. The kick from Smith didn't go anywhere. Strawn comes in to aid him, but he can't really get it out, and we'll see a bounce taking place only 25 metres out from the Carlton goal. The Carlton scoreboard showing 6-5, Richmond total 2 goals 3. 15 playing 41. We're on Sevens Big League at VFL Park, and Carlton well in control.
Jess doing the ruck work against Mark McClure. Over the back is Glascott, kicked away by Eustace. Into the pack
kick.
again it goes, and the umpire will come in and bounce it again.
There could have been a free kick the way of Glascott there when Eustace tried to kick it off the ground, because Glascott had his hands on the ball.
But the trouble is they don't play it anymore, Jack. I think that rule's just gone out for some reason. I don't know why. You never see a kick in danger anymore for some reason. There's Rioli, a big thump away. Glascott's having a great day of football. Onto the right foot, he's kicked it wide, looking for Blackwell. Blackwell ducks after the ball and takes it. He's certainly with a kick. Wait on, it's a free kick going Richmond's way for shepherding in the meantime, I think. Yes, and it will go to Dean Notting. It must have been against Jimmy Buckley, I think.
That should be 15 metres there too. The ball kicked over the head of Notting, but the umpire hasn't awarded that. So anyhow, it's Notting with the ball in the back pocket position, going out very wide, might find the boundary line too. Players tried to keep it in play, but the umpire's already seen, or as you can see, has already deemed it to be out of bounds. The boundary throw-in taking place. 41 playing 15, Carlton leading Richmond, and we're 12 and a half minutes into the second term on Sevens Big League. Kernahan doing the ruck work out to Bradley. Seemed to get a ton of kicks every week. Good try on that occasion by McClure, but couldn't accept the mark. Kenny doing the hard work for Carlton. He gets suckered off the ground. A charge for Murphy again. Into the goals he goes, and another goal coming off the boot of Fraser Murphy. That little fella using his pace and his skills, and another goal for Carlton. 5 possessions to Murphy. They've only been playing 13 minutes into the second term. Murphy has 2 goals to his credit now, and he has those in the last couple of minutes. So, not looking good for Richmond, Peter. 47 to 15.
The advantage of pace there, Murphy, as that kick came off the ground. I think it was McClure that kicked it off the ground, and Bertie Evans, it might have been, as we see, bounced back in the centre, but the great pace of Fraser Murphy got there first. He slammed it through. Here's Maurice Rioli. Tackle. He is a great tackle on Rioli. Centre of the ground, and the umpire will come in and bounce it once again. This is umpire Carlin, Brendan Carlin, the 2 umpires today. Brendan Carlin and Rowan Saws.
First quarter saw Carlton kick 4-4. They are now 7-5. They've added 3-1. Richmond have not scored in the second quarter here at VFL Park. Dool playing coolly, trying to get the ball away. The ball held to him, and we'll see a bounce taking place still in the middle of the VFL Park oval. We're right in the centre. You can see the centre bounce ring behind the umpire as he comes in now to get things underway again. 12 shots to 5. 47 playing 15 with Carlton leading Richmond.
Roach in the ruck. He was getting starved for opportunities down at full forward, and when it did get there, Silvani was playing him very, very close.
Well, there's no one down there at all now. The only forward down there, there are two on Richmond's forward zone. One's Lee and one's Eustace. They're all round the ball.
They couldn't possibly score many goals the way their forward setup is at the moment.
Well, they haven't got a forward setup. That's about it, isn't it? The ball's still in this pack in the centre of the ground. The umpire has to find a free kick somewhere. As Don Jolly, the ex-umpire, used to say, you've got to give a bewilderer. Just get it out of there. Let someone have a kick and clear a bewilderer. That's what he used to call it.
Have to be a Don Jolly one. That one, as we see Madden too tall there for Roach. Off the ground, here's danger. Because Bernie Evans picks it up magnificently, hooks it back, looking for Mark McClure. Strawn tries to punch it away, beats both those players over the line and out of bounds.
Well, you see not many people there and that shot there, but they're all up in the back of the stands because we had a lot of rain here just prior to the game starting and during the first term, so the people gone for the cover of the stands and they're right up out of the way of the rain. A chance now for Richmond to get the ball away from there. Rioli can't pick it up. Who can? Bradley missed it. Glasgott's hand pass comes into Meldrum. He goes toward goal. It won't score a goal. In fact, it's over the boundary line. It'll be a free kick to Jimmy Jess of Richmond.
Bernie Evans playing a great game. He's had 16 touches so far, 14 kicks. So great effort today. He's back in form, Bernie Evans, as we see Jimmy Jess towards, that was nearly a good mark to Peter Road. Couldn't quite hold it. He looks up. He thought he should have been paid it. And, well, I thought it was almost a mark too. Half-back flank for Richmond, half-forward for Carlton. McClure and Strawn. Full-back and full-forward doing the ruck work. Blackwell was there. Waitman trying his heart out as usual. He's going for the long kick, but there's no one there. It doesn't matter how long they kick it, no one's going to get it. They've only got one player on the forward line, as we see Tommy Elvin.
Well, he hurt his back then. Elvin with the ball, kicking into the half-forward zone. It comes past a few players until a chance for Bauer. With the ball in front of him, he runs past it. Blackwell picks up, hooks it back toward the goals. Smith had a chance to mark and couldn't do it. It's a chance for Smith again. He got pushed into that ball, and the umpire said, yes, a free kick, yes.
Craig Smith done a few nice things today, but they're under enormous pressure, that Richmond back line. Oh, gee. Thornton, one-handed, he went for that one. It was a dangerous kick in the first place. And now it's a free kick going Carlton's way for in the back to Wayne Blackwell.
He's moving the ball in toward the forward pocket area more. It's a bit tight for McClure from this position. He gets the Bronx cheer from the crowd, but he hasn't done that well. He's having his first kick. So I suppose that's reasons for the Bronx cheer.
Well, full marks to Strawn. The ball's been down there a heck of a lot, and Strawn, I know conditions suit him, but he is playing a good full-back's game.
He is, and this will be a good shot. Now, McClure hasn't tried to kick the goal. He went for Meldrum, and that was good interception on that occasion. Is that Sutcliffe, is it? Yes, getting the ball away and dangerous practice at that, across the ground to Notting. Notting can't take the mark, but he does recover all right. He got a hand pass up to Manton, who's been fairly quiet. He moves it away now and through the half-back zone, over the boundary line. A very poor kick indeed by Poole. He's gone over the boundary line on the full. Poole on the full, and Dool takes the mark, or the free kick.
They've got many loose men. Dorotich to Madden. That is Carlton towards half-forward. Grabbed by Meldrum. Beautiful team play to Peter Road. Road going for home with a long kick. A one-out duel again. McClure and Strawn, a great effort by Strawn again. He's under enormous pressure. That's off the ground by Bernie Evans. I think that's on the full.
Now, he was trying to claim it was his free kick. In actual fact, it was nearly Evans' mistake by kicking that ball, but he tried to claim that it was his free kick, but the umpire's going to throw it in. In the forward pocket for Carlton, the ball being thrown in with Strawn and McClure doing the ruck work. McClure tried to hook it in. Nearly a free kick to Roberts on that occasion. It got hand passed out by Blackwell to Kernahan. His kick's gone straight up in the air toward the boundary line, tapped away by Judge. Evans again on the scene, having trouble picking up. Got pushed in the back, did he? The umpire said no, and we'll see a boundary throw in.
No, he took a bit of a dive then, as we see the scoreboard. Richmond finding it very difficult. 2-3-15 to Carlton, 7-5-47, an excellent lead under these conditions. There's Notting, no, it was Waitman attempting to play for the free kick. The quick kick came out of the back line. The mark has been taken by Justin Madden. 15-metre penalty. Very crowded forward line at the moment. Justin Madden going for the long kick towards full forward. Up they go. It's over the head of the pack and out of bounds.
Oh, gee, there's two different teams out there. Carlton playing quite well and Richmond hardly playing at all. Scoreboard reflecting that. 47 points to Carlton, 15 to Richmond. Richmond haven't scored in this second term, which is 19 minutes old. Carlton have added 3 goals, 1. It's Carlton in attack too, with Blackwell, the left foot shots toward goal, but it may have missed on this occasion, and only 1 behind will result. So Carlton now 7 goals, 6, 48 to 2-3, 15. They've had all the play in the second term, and when I look down there, there are 2 people on the other side of the centre, and that is Silvani and Roach. All the rest are on Carlton's forward line.
Well, it just shows what a great first quarter it was by Carlton up that end, because they did a lot of attacking, as we see Jimmy Buckley. Hurry kick to Peter Rode. Rode straightens up. Short pass is a ripper. And he finds Mark McClure. 9 kicks to Peter Rode, as McClure's marked about 40 metres out from goal.
Well, he's been tested here. He's out. He'll kick from about 45 metres. The line you see in front of him is 50 metres out. So he'll kick from around about 45. It'll be a difficult kick with the ball. He's hooked it a little bit, but it's gone through. It's a Carlton goal. So a good goal kick by Mark McClure. He kicks his first goal, I think, with his second kick. And a beautiful pass by Peter Rode. He's on camera now. A good piece of work, that. Carlton 8-6-54. Richmond 2-3-15. It's going to be a 1-horse race, Pete.
Yes, it's not a good performance by Richmond either. I think it's a very poor performance so far. Carlton are playing very well. We've got to give credit to them. Their teamwork is terrific. But the big problem is their back line is just far too strong and talented for the Richmond forwards. They've got no one up there who looks capable of taking over across that half-forward line. And here's another free kick going to Carlton. Glasgott's been a start today. He breaks away and kicks long. It's a beautiful kick towards half-forward, off the pack. Chance for Fraser Murphy. A quick hand pass. Oh, Meldrum, easily done. Picks it up, slams it goal, and puts it through for a point.
Yes, could easily have been another goal to Carlton there. The play of Meldrum was quite good, but the shot at goal wasn't. 8-7-55. It's 40-point advantage that Carlton have over Richmond. And Eustace leading away. Oh, free kick again. Well, it was a mark to Eustace. That'll be a 15-metre penalty against Jimmy Buckley. Gee, Jimmy always looks so innocent when the umpire grabs him. But a 15-metre penalty against him. And Eustace bringing the ball back toward the centre of the ground, which wasn't good because that was straight to Madden, taken by Rhys Jones, playing well. The hand pass comes out to Dorotich. A quick hand pass that was coming out from Blackwell. It's on the 50-metre mark now and kicked very high in the air. Very high indeed. Roberts waiting for the ball to come down after Smith kicked it so high. Dorotich gets it moving toward the flank. He's going to run away from the players concerned there. And we'll see a boundary throw-in taking place on the wing position on the members' side. That was James of Richmond after the ball there. 40 points between the teams, with Carlton leading 22 minutes into the second term on Sevens Big League.
Centre wing. Over the back top was Manton. But no team play or anything going on at the moment. It's been a very poor quarter by the Tigers. What were they at quarter time, Jack?
They haven't scored. 2-3 they were at quarter time.
And we've been playing, what, 22.5 minutes into the second quarter, as we see Michael Roberts, who came on in place of Graham Landy. Roberts on centre wing. But this is where they're having the problems once they get it to here. He nearly falls over as he kicked that one. Meldrum. Now it's Dool. Dool a kick out wide to Glasgott. He's been a star. He's gone for the long kick at goal. Now will it float through? It bounces wide and through for 1 point.
Still the best way to use the ball, isn't it? Get it and kick it. And kick it long. He's kicked that round about, it's covered more than 60 metres of ground. So even though the conditions aren't good for, well, they're not bad here at VFL Park, but it's a bit wet on top. But kick the ball long and it'll travel plenty of distance so that hand passes aren't on. Smith with the ball.
He's done some nice things, Jack.
Yes, he's had a fair amount of work to do, though. He's been in the play a lot because he's had oodles of work to do. He's had 9 kicks. Comes up to Peter Francis. He moves it in toward the half-forward flank position. Dorotich can't get it, but he's got the hand to it and forces it over the boundary line. Giving some rev up there by Rhys Jones, congratulating him on his good work.
I'd hate to be full forward for Richmond in this quarter. Just hasn't been up there towards that goal square area. There's Dorotich having a picnic at centre back. He kicks it wide. Kenny was the player over around that one. Strawn playing out in front of McClure, heads for the boundary line, and over the line it goes.
Kenny didn't get his body behind that ball. Then had he come in with his body behind the ball, he could have picked it up, but he came in across the run of the ball and missed it. But anyhow, he'll learn that. Boundary throw in front. Oh, Jesse got the tap from the back, taken by Glasgow again, smothered by Roberts. The ball goes straight up in the air. It was tapped out by Evans. All Blackwell went for a wild kick at that one. The umpire said a free kick in there going Carlton's way. is going to be taken by the man underneath the pack, David Glasgow. He'll kick down toward the full forward zone. He's hooked the kick a bit toward McClure. Kernahan, all three Carlton players fly. Buckley, a chance to pick up, couldn't do so. Road pushed in the back. The umpire calls play on. Rioli tries to get it out. He was in possession, and the umpire said he will bounce. Maurice Rioli, only 25 metres out from the Carlton goal, had a chance to get the ball away, but he was well tackled. Now we see a bounce taking place in the same position, with Carlton leading 56-15. Ball tapped out. Oh, Evans is going to change the scoreboard here. He puts it through for another goal. So Carlton doing as they like here at VFL Park. Evans kicks his third goal, having a great day. Carlton 9-8-62. Richmond 2-3-15 on Sevens Big League. 15 kicks and 2 handballs to Bernie Evans and 3 goals. Now, if that's not a great day's work, I don't know what is. And it's only about half the game gone. So, well, Pete, see, you said earlier that Evans hadn't been going well earlier. I thought in the Monday game, he played quite well against North Melbourne at Princes Park.
Last week, apparently, against who did they play last week? Carlton. They were beaten by Hawthorn. Apparently, he had a shocker.
Oh,
so, well, I can only go by that as we see. Number 41, Road towards half forward.
Well done.
Good play, Greg Strawn. He's done his job. Out wide, finds Trevor Poole.
Has he got many mates?
Oh, he's kicked it straight up in the air. Hasn't gained much distance at all. Michael Roberts went for the punch on, grabbed by Pickering. Pickering to Lee. Now here's a chance. Over the top. Anir. Hand pass to Francis, and it's a free kick up the field to Peter Francis because Anir was down as he got rid of the ball.
Well, that'll test Peter Francis. Oh, he might get a chance now. His 15-metre start wasn't a very long 15. It might be another one.
That was about 6 metres.
Oh, well, he's got him back now the right distance. Rhys Jones was trying to close the gap up. That was what he was trying to do. He took up a position. It was good thinking on his part, but the umpire was awake to that. So we'll see Wayne Harms on the mark, and Francis a chance for Richmond's first score in the second quarter. It's a goal, kicked by Peter Francis. He kicks his first goal. Second goal, is it? Don't tell me he kicked one early. Anyhow, Richmond 3-3-21, Carlton 9-8-62 on Sevens Big League.
And there's David Rhys-Jones on camera. He's given away a couple of 15-metre penalties, Jack, and that one was costly because it put Francis within kicking distance of goal.
I thought Harms gave it away originally.
Well,
Rhys-Jones, was it?
Rhys-Jones. So he does give away a lot of silly free kicks, David, because he doesn't need to, because he is a very good player. Down to the ground. Oh, gee, Madden, look at those long arms. Here's Rioli, though, grabbed when he didn't have football. And Maurice Rioli will get the free kick in the centre of the ground. Let's hope that Richmond can put a bit of life into their game, because it's been a one-horse race so far. Out wide, a beautiful kick by Rioli, the mountain. But he did get him in the face.
Well, there's no 15 out of that one. Manton's kick from the edge of the centre square up toward Roach, who was out of position, really. Didn't get himself well positioned at all. Evans' hand passed the ball away from himself, then sucked it off the ground, kicked it over the boundary line. So the first thing he did was right, the second thing he did was wrong. Richmond's free kick off the boundary line. The kick is going to be taken. Very tight shot out there, isn't it, by Eustace. Don't know what he's going to try and do with this. He wouldn't have much confidence in his forwards at present because they haven't done anything. Now Eustace will try and kick this one off the boundary line. It'll be a very difficult shot indeed. My word. Wowee, good shot. Mark Eustace, a great goal. Carlton 9-8-62, Richmond 4-3-27 after a very fine goal from Mark Eustace.
Yes, and I don't know whether that was... I thought that was a bit of a missed kick, actually. The way he kicked it, it came off the inside of his boot, and I reckon it might have been a bit of a fluke, because that can happen in football.
Oh,
but still, it's a goal.
Count, don't they?
No, they all
count.
It's a goal, and he'll be telling his mates he meant it.
Let's
anyway.
say you got under it.
Back to the centre of the ground. The scoreboard 9-8, plays 4-3. At least a couple of goals might liven Richmond up a bit. There's Rhys-Jones to Road. Road out wide. It should be a mark here to Dean Notting, and it is on half-back flank.
Notting with the ball in the position called by Peter McKenna, half-back flank, going out towards Smith, who ducked the head when trying to take the mark. He got a free kick, but the half-time siren is with us. And the umpire indicates the end of hostilities for the first part. Richmond 4-3-27, trailing Carlton 9-8-62 on Sevens Big League.
You want to be a real footballer? I mean a real footballer. You've got to look like a real footballer. You've got to go for the mark. The VFL mark. Go for the mark. Go for the mark.
Go for the VFL mark at leading stores. Real footy gear, real footy accessories, real footy supporters gear too, in all club colours and badges. Go for the VFL mark at leading stores.
On Sevens Big League at VFL Park, Carlton going to the second half of the game against Richmond with a 35-point advantage, kicking 9-8-62 in the first half to Richmond's 4-3-27.
Richmond probably kicking to the scoreboard end in this quarter, the scoring end I should say, and that is the scoreboard end. But they'd certainly have to improve their performance on the first two quarters where Carlton was supreme and had many, many good players. David Glascott, Bernie Evans, they're all chipping in and doing their little bit, and their teamwork from the back line in particular was superb. There's Brendan Bauer, smothered by Bradley. The big thump. Oh, he hurt himself too. Fraser Murphy. Here's Morris Rioli. Onto the left foot he goes. He kicks long towards half forward, over the back of the pack. A chance now for Richmond. Now, that could be holding the man. No. As Wally Eustace, Mark Eustace, picks it up. He kicks to the pocket. A chance for John Mant. He dropped the mark. Silvani unloaded him after he'd dropped the mark. And he might be hurt. Let's see if he's...
I thought he was for a moment. I thought he was going to hold his left shoulder, but he has some injury. Now we see John Manton with the ball. I think it's his left arm or left elbow or something like that. Anyhow, he's having a bit of bother with. And from 50 metres out, he's going to try and kick the fifth goal for Richmond. Richmond had a very tardy second quarter. Took them ages. His first kick, it's a goal, I think. Looks like a good goal, kicked by John Manton. Well, Richmond certainly needed that one to try and get back. He's had 5 kicks in one handball. I do him a disservice when I said that. He looked like it hurt the muscle of his upper arm there, Peter, but it's Richmond on 5-3-33, Carlton 9-8-62 on Sevens Big League, and not a bad way to start third term, but they need some more, don't they?
Well, they exactly what they needed. They wanted, certainly they couldn't afford to allow Carlton the first goal. Richmond have scored it. Now they want 2 or 3 quick ones in succession and give their players a sniff of victory, because Richmond are a bit of a confident side, as we see Bernie Evans bring it down towards the half-forward line. Or Kernahan, a lovely hand pass to Jimmy Buckley. He lines up the goals. McClure ducks back, can't get there. And the ball floats over his hand and through for 1 point. There's Jimmy. He's done a couple of nice things today, throwing his weight around as usual, as we know Jimmy always does. 9-9 Carlton, Richmond 5-3.
5 goals between the teams. 33 playing 63. Torpedo punt worked beautifully off the boot. Big Madden's there though. Didn't hold the mark. Taken by Lee. He gets it moving to up toward the half-forward zone, but Alvin's there for Carlton, trapping the ball well. Did that very well indeed to get it out toward Dool. Dool gets a small kick away in the centre of the VFL Park. It's running in a chance now for Blackwell if he can pick it up cleanly. He got it tapped out to Bradley. Back over to Evans. Evans from 55 metres out goes short to McClure, and a fine pass finds that player 45 metres from goal. That's from where he'll kick. The line you'll see him cross is 50 metres out, but he'll kick inside that, round about 45. So it's Carlton trying to answer the goal, kicked by Richmond in this early part of the third term.
Mark McClure, the distance might be a problem into the breeze. Yes, it is. Towards the pocket, the big arms of Justin Madden. No, it wasn't. It was Kernahan there. But players dive on top of the ball. Many times Kernahan, you know, he's so thin and gangly. I mistake him at times. There he is at the back for Madden.
I don't think he'd fancy that rap.
Well, I reckon when he gets a bit of real muscle on him, he's going to be a very difficult half-forward to beat. There was Jess getting it down towards Waitman. Waitman to Craig Smith. He's been one of their better players. He kicks it wide, and they haven't had many. To Mark Lee, he's the one they want firing. He gives it across to Francis. Francis, a short pass, a beautiful pass to half-forward. And this is Stephen James. James, oh, gee, that's an ordinary kick. The high one. Got to get it moving better. A lovely mark to Pickering. Beautiful mark. Roach has led. Now, and his teammate chips in. Peter Francis waited for it. I thought he could have marked that one. Michael Roach has got that one. Gets it back. A chance for James on the left foot. He snaps. It's a goal, and Richmond are back in business.
Yes, they're back in business, but not back in front with a long way to go. James kicks his first goal. Carlton 9-9-63, Richmond 6-3-39 on Sevens Big League, but a bit better for Richmond in that first term, in this third term, because they were trailing badly. And I said a very indifferent second quarter. It took them most of the quarter to get a score, and they kicked 2 goals very late in the term. So 4.5 minutes into the third term. Richmond have come back 2 goals on Carlton, 63 to 39, but can they keep it going? At the centre bounce, Lee can't make contact, socket off the ground by Rioli, giving a chance for Harms, barging his way through. Strength one out, so did Pace. He moves the ball well. Another chance for Carlton to come forward. It gets driven up there. Good bit of play by Bradley to McClure. And now from this distance, I reckon Mark McClure can kick this goal. He's only 30 metres out. So McClure taking this shot for goal. Strawn did well on him early in the day, especially in the first quarter. Kept him right. I think he just about kept him kickless. But now we see McClure having this shot at goal from only 30 metres out. Should kick it.
Mark McClure has kicked one, or drives that one beautifully, but is it straight? Yes, it's a goal to Mark McClure for his second. And Richmond won't like that one as Carlton move a little bit further in front. 10-9, 69 to Richmond, 6-3, 39.
Fourth kick from McClure. As I said before, Strawn has done a fair job on him. And McClure getting 2 goals. It takes away a lot of the good work done by Strawn. So back at the centre bounce. 19 scoring shots to 9. This just shows you what side's on top. Sevens Big League, VFL Park. Lee sets himself, beaten by Madden. Another chance for Bradley that carries off the boot to the half-forward zone. Jess couldn't mark. Kernahan tried to tap it out, actually missed making contact with it. Been picked up by Waitman. He swings around from the wing position into the half-forward zone. Could have been in the back there. Good roving by Eustace, goes in toward goal. It's a goal! Good goal, kicked by Mark Eustace. He kicks his second goal, and Richmond aren't done with yet, Pete. That's his 7th kick. Richmond coming back in the third term. And they had a fair way to come back from, too, I'll tell you. Carlton 10-9, 69. Richmond 7-3, 45 on Sevens Big League.
Well, this certainly looks a different Richmond side. They've really taken the bit between the teeth. They're starting to get the ball out of the centre, and they look more dangerous up forward. They're really attacking the ball. Carlton have gone to sleep a little bit, but maybe that's a good play of Richmond. And let's hope so, because we want to see a good game. The first half, very ordinary performance by the Tigers.
Understatement by Peter McKenna. Tapped out by Madden, tapped out again. Evans moves it toward the half-forward zone. Kernahan doing the wrestling, and the umpire said a free kick against Kernahan for holding on. So Jimmy Jess will take the free kick from the half-back position, and acting like a traffic policeman, telling Kernahan just where he should be on the mark. Torpedo punt, what a ripper.
This kicking exhibition is brilliant by Jess. There's Blackwell trying to kick it off the ground, loses control, or thrown out by Waitman. Umpire lets him get away with that one. Kicked into the face of Manton. That's put him out. As we said, centre-half forward, bad luck to Johnny Manton as he came in to smother.
I think
and Bradley kicked it. There he is. It kicked it straight into his face, and they would hurt with a wet football.
He just had a crook arm a moment ago. Now he's getting a kick in the face.
Remember this game?
Yes. You can say his troubles are Manton. Oh, the 10-9 to 7-3, 69 playing 45 in Carlton's favour. Richmond need a couple of goals, but can they get them? At this stage of the game, Evans will take the ball away from half-back. Down towards Notting. Notting can't take the mark. It's Jimmy Buckley in the van, taken by Jess. Richmond moving now. Got a chance for an ear. Wasn't that hard to take? A free kick should be paid to an ear. It will be.
They're putting their bodies in now, Richmond. They're really going in after the ball and diving on it. And they'll get free kicks if they keep doing that. And Anir, he's one of the players they really need to fire. He's one of their prime movers. Up towards full forward it goes. A great mark. A lovely mark, Trevor Poole, and he's off. He's going for the long booming kick at the goals. It's floating back. Roach and Silvani, and a brilliant mark by Stephen Silvani.
I don't know why he didn't wait for Roach to get into position, but anyhow, Silvani puts the ball out to Alvin. He goes out to the half-back zone. Bradley doing well with the ball in front of him. He got plenty of pace. Well, being held by Bauer. Gee, that was a bad mistake by young Bauer. And a free kick will go the way of Bradley. I suppose that's one way to stop him from getting the ball. Stop him running away from him.
Might have been one of those professional free kicks, Jack.
That may have been. Kernahan won't take the mark. Chance for Poole. Poole going short. He's got 2 teammates there to go. Bauer's one of them. And Bauer plays on now, taking plenty of time. Took too long to get the kick, really. A very poor kick. Harms comes barging through. The hand pass was meant for Elvin. Elvin's kick off the ground, goes to Meldrum. Meldrum will go to McClure. No, he's changing out. He didn't know what to do. He changed his mind 3 times and then went to the opposition.
He certainly did, and I thought he ran every bit of 15 metres too in the process of the hand pass. That was from Sutcliffe across to Roberts. He slips over. Oh, and a poor kick goes straight in the hands of Blackwell. Gee, they know how to mess it up. Richmond out wide to Bernie Evans. He'll be off. Evans as he gets it across towards his teammate and Kenny. Kenny to McClure, and McClure marks in the forward pocket about 25 metres out from goal on a 45-degree angle.
Well, this one he should kick also. You see the angle, the shot's right there. Only about 25 metres out. Carlton on 10-9, Richmond on 7-3. Richmond coming back in the third term. But McClure should kick this one. Oh, hit the post. Yes, it did. Only one behind to Mark McClure for that effort. So 10-10-70 the Carlton total, making Carlton 25 points in front of Richmond. So 4 goals Richmond deficit. 4-1, another torpedo punt from Jimmy Jess up toward the centre of the ground. The man in front was Dorotich. Could nearly have been paid the free kick. The umpire calls play on as Alvin gets it moving, and the mark taken by Bradley. My word, this on fire the last few weeks. Bradley goes short in towards Kernahan. He takes the mark and top one at the same time. Could be 15 metres. And Jimmy Jessone went for the ball. The umpire said you still made contact with his face. It's 15 metres. So, Kernahan should kick it. Jimmy Jess not looking happy.
He's saying, I don't want to talk to you, umpire. I made an attempt to punch that ball away.
Doesn't matter who wants to talk to him or not.
It was a bit late.
Still played 15 metres and will cross the goal. 7 possessions to Kernahan, going for his second goal.
He's a great kicker. I think he would have got it anyway, Jack. He's a lovely kick at goal.
Well, he should get this.
Well, he's right in front, Steve Kernahan.
Oh, wow.
Gee, give a bloke a rap. Give a bloke a rap. He might have been better off kicking from where he was, Jack.
I don't think you're a very good judge. Out on the full. Jimmy Jess, he might think, well, that's his just dessert now, because Jimmy Jess has the ball. He's a bit dirty on Kernahan getting that free kick.
Let's see if he goes the big torp again.
It was a point, by the way. It wasn't out of bounds. There it goes, Ordinary in back. Francis gets a little kick in, taken by Dorotich, a good mark. Dorotich on the half-forward flank, giving it to Buckley. Buckley shoots in a beautiful pass. Taken by Peter Road, 50 metres out. Takes plenty of time to get balance, drives in toward the goal square. Kernahan can't mark it. It's forced through off the head of Jimmy Jess. It did go through for one behind. You call a head or a behind, or you can do that. Carlton 10-12-72, Richmond 7-3-45.
A head or a behind, Jack. As we see, Jesse might go for that long booming torp again. Let's see. No, drop punt this time as he kicks it wide. He's looking out there for Mark Lee, caught behind.
Dear me.
And the umpire's saying a free kick. Was that against Mark Lee? I think it was. They're giving away some stupid free kicks. There's Blackwell gets it across to Bradley, who's having an excellent quarter. He kicks wide. Kernahan flies. Set up for that one, Jimmy Jess, and a lovely mark for Steve Kernahan.
Well, Peter, what's your prediction from here? 30 metres out from goal.
No comment.
No comment. Stephen Kernahan will take this shot at goal.
I still maintain he is a great kick for goal, Jack.
He is a great kick for goal. So he had trouble with his boot before. That's why he missed that one. He just realised his laces were undone. So Stephen Kernahan will take this shot at goal from 30 metres out, and I venture to say that he will kick it. 10-12-72 Carlton, 7-3-45 Richmond, before this kick from Stephen Kernahan. He'll just about put it, he won't put it out of the ground. He's having his 8th kick now. One hand ball to his credit, and how many goals? He got that one, Peter. So Carlton, Stephen Kernahan kicks his second goal. 11-12-78, Richmond 7-3-45. They've steadied a bit now.
They have steadied, and Bradley having a very, very good quarter of football. In fact, Bradley in this quarter has had six kicks, and we've only been going 13, nearly 14 minutes. So he knows he's had a brilliant year, hasn't he, Jack,
yes,
since coming across from Port Adelaide.
We haven't seen him many times, but the times I've seen him, he's played very, very well indeed. At the centre bounce, tapped down by Madden, a chance for Glasgow, who's doing well, getting the ball moving quickly away from the centre toward the half-forward zone. Jess swoops on it, hooks it out toward the half-back flank area, and Francis in pursuit. Will he get there in time? Coming out to meet it was Rhys Jones, and we'll see the ball over the boundary line. Now a free kick to Rhys Jones for a trip.
Yeah, definite trip. Good umpiring, as we see David Rhys Jones. The Richmond crowd don't like him. It's funny, no. None of the opposition supporters ever seem to like David Rhys-Jones. That's a free kick for a push in the back. No doubt about that one. Another by Rowan Saws as Steve Kernahan is on screen. Brings it towards McClure. He'll have to come back another 15-metre. Now he's taken him back. How far? 25 metres?
Once again, it's Jimmy Jess having his dispute with the umpire.
He's about to explode, I think, Jimmy.
No, looks very cool. Seething underneath, I suppose, but very cool outwardly. So Kernahan within distance now from 45 to 50 metres out. The ball will be all right. We haven't had any rain for a while. Stephen Kernahan going for his third goal. Won't make the distance.
McClure and Strawn. Strawn dives on the ball. He better not stay there. Got to make some attempt to get it out. Oh, good play by Waitman to Rioli, to Anir, towards centre wing. Eustace.
Well done.
Great effort against two Carlton players, and the umpire's going to reward him with a free kick.
Well, he got pushed to the back. He did. I thought he was a bit late in paid free kick. I think he's waiting to see if Eustace gained possession again. But Eustace gets the ball moving to the half or to the wing position. Tapped further afield, giving Francis a chance if he can get it inside the boundary line. Yes, that ball does look in fair nick, so he gets it moving. Good attempt by Harms, can't be taken. And a boundary throw will take place, but as you see, it's 50 metres out now from Richmond's goal. So they've moved the ball around the outer wing quite well and giving Richmond a chance to score. Richmond on 7-3-45, Carlton 11-12-78. You're on Sevens Big League from VFL Park, and we're 16 and a bit minutes into the third term.
Kenny off the ground and Peter Dean coming on to Carlton's forward line. Well, Peter Kenny hasn't had a lot of the play today. There's Buckley, was grabbed round the ear. Play on, said the umpire. There is Tommy Alvin heading towards it. Must be a free kick coming back. Probably to Alvin, is it, or his teammate down there in Meldrum. Paul Meldrum on half-back flank. A high one towards centre wing. Kernahan was holding Jess out then, but the umpire allowed him to get away with that. Kernahan brings it towards centre half forward. Notting thumps it away. Who's got the pace? Trevor Poole in front. Good football off the ground. Pickering in front of Dool. Half forward flank, Michael Pickering got a bit of a shove. Play on, said the umpire. Richmond going in threes there to help out. Comes wide though. And they're just loose with the ball, Road. And the umpire blew the whistle when it was well and truly clear.
Yes, a little bit late with the whistle on that occasion, and penalising Carlton, of course, because they were clear with the ball. Been bounced and tapped out by Letts. Free kick Richmond's way for mine, but I suppose that makes up for Pete. That one wasn't paid. Jess and Kernahan do battle. Jess tried to tap it out. It's on the turf with Jess now getting it out to Notting, left it behind. Tapped out by Kernahan again. Kicked off the ground by Bauer. Hooked out again. Richmond with the ball on the turf. It's Lee and Rioli combining. Rioli's kick going up high, up to the half-forward zone. And up goes Roach, but he's not in the game today. The ball tapped away by Dool. A chance for Elvin. Underneath there is Pickering. Just about a throw by Matt and taken by Roach. Smothered by Rhys-Jones. He picks up half-back and goes short and finds Glasgow. Glasgow all by himself, looking down the flank, waiting for Kernahan to drop back, but he hasn't done so. He's still waiting for Kernahan to drop back. He's got a hand pass into Road. Road moves it to the half-forward zone. Not taken by Sutcliffe. There's a chance for Evans. Into the open goal he travels. And Bernie Evans puts it into the way. And what a clever kick. Didn't try and kick the batter out the ball. He just sucked it along the ground. There was no one home. And Bernie Evans kicks his fourth goal. And a very intelligent goal indeed. Carlton 12-12, 84. Richmond 7-3-45 on Sevens Big League.
Yes, and Evans having a brilliant game. 4 goals, 25 kicks he's had. 25 possessions, I should say, he's had. Bernie Evans, a great day's work so far. We're only into the third quarter. 12-12-84. Plays 7-3-45. Carlton have certainly steadied. And they're very loose, Richmond, as Bradley gets it to Blackwell. That's holding the ball, I would think. No, too high, said the umpire, going to Blackwell. Blackwell to Buckley. Buckley out wide the road, and here come the Blues again. A beautiful low pass to McClure. Well done, Greg Strawn. Well played McClure too to butter up. He went for a funny-looking hand pass. Now he gets it out. And once again, when it gets loose, the umpire's going to bounce it.
Bounce taking place on the 15-metre line at Carlton's end of the ground, so it's 50 metres out from the Carlton goal, with Carlton on 84 and Richmond on 45. And a free kick going Richmond's way to be taken by Mark Lee. The umpire today are Brendan Carland and Rowan Saws. That's Brendan Carland giving the decision on that occasion. Dool sets himself, Can't take the mark. A free kick for Dool is pushed in the back, and he'll take this free kick right in the centre of VFL Park.
Dool kicks it wide. 10 kicks to Bradley, who's having a magnificent quarter. He kicks it out wide. Glascott has been a very good player. In the back, said the umpire, and rightly so. And they're playing in front, Carlton, going for the ball. That's why they're getting the free kicks.
Might be a 15-metre penalty here, but Glasgow's not going to wait for it. He's going goalward, looking for McClure, opposed to Strawn. Strawn got the hands on the second attempt. We'll get a 15-metre penalty here against McClure, I would think.
That would be time wasting going back 6 weeks.
Oh, well, rules do change. Taken by Strawn. He's getting the ball to the half-back flank area now. Who can take this one? Dorotich went for the big thump and puts it toward the boundary line. We'll finish with the boundary umpire, and a throw-in will take place on the half-forward flank for Carlton. Carlton 12-12, 84. Richmond 7-3, 45. You're on Sevens Big League, 20.5 minutes into the third term.
Jess, Lee, Kernahan. Lee gets it to the ground. Knocked away by Rhys Jones, but over the line and out of bounds. 12-12 to 7-3. 24 scoring shots to 10. So that just shows how decisive Carlton's game is over Richmond at the moment. Richmond made a brief flurry. That was nearly throw to Michael Roberts. Glascott on the bottom of the pack. Half-forward flank. Oh, here's danger. Fraser Murphy with his great pace breaks away, fires at goal. It bounces wide and out of bounds next to the behind post.
Well, a chance for Carlton to score from the boundary throw-in. Carlton leading by 39 points over Richmond with the time clock 21 minutes, nearly 21.5 minutes gone. You're watching the third term. So who will get this one? Thumped out by Matt. A chance for Evans to pick up to his umpteenth time. Can't do much with that one. Didn't quite gain possession. And we'll see a boundary throw-in take place. Still in Carlton's forward pocket. Bernie Evans has played a very good game. A lot of the Carlton fellas have played well today. Evans, Bradley.
Evans has had 21 kicks and 4 handballs.
Yes, he's had a very good game indeed. Rioli's played well for Richmond too, but straight to Elvin. That was a poor disposal. Elvin going out wide, looking for and finding Jimmy Buckley.
Buckley. Half-forward flank. 17th possession to Jimmy Buckley. He's been a good player.
Well, Carlton Smallman, I think, have really played well.
They've all played well, as Jack said. He's at half-forward flank. Normally a very good kick of a football, but on this occasion, he's hooked it out of bounds. Just that little bit of breeze, and they're striving for extra distance, and just puts him offline. Here's Craig Smith, who's tried very hard. He's a young player. Be a very good player in the future, Craig Smith. Rhys Jones, Rioli, put it on the ground. Oh, brilliant play, Rioli, out to Brendan Bauer. Bauer on the left foot kicks wide, and the mark has been taken by Trevor Poole.
He's looking for someone to give it to on the way past, and Dool holds play up. Good thinking, hoping that his teammates can cover all the Richmond forwards. But now it's been moved up to the half-forward line towards Jess, who appears to have been put up there in a half-forward position to try and get a bit of bite. Roach in possession for a moment, lost it, and we'll see a bounce taking place half-forward for Richmond. It's out about 45 metres from goal, with the time clock ticking toward, or it's exactly now at the 23-minute mark of the third term. 84 playing 45, Carlton leading Richmond at VFL Park.
Manton's gone to centre-half, back to play on Kernahan. Jack, half-forward for Richmond. They certainly do. As Jack said, they need some bite. Eustace hooks it back. One-out duel. Over the back is Waitman. Harms, now Meldrum. Oh, gee. They combine beautifully. Carlton in defence. Out wide it comes. Glascott back the road. Beautiful team play. Spins around Peter Road. Not a good kick. Could have been a free kick to Richmond. Play on, said the umpire, as Lee gets it to Manton. Manton, a hurry kick off the side of the boot. Lucks a fortune because waiting there is Maurice Rioli.
Well, Rioli looking. Rhys Jones tried to close the gap on him. He'll get 15 metres against him now, which will bring Rioli within kicking distance, and Jones claiming that Rioli was trying to play on. Well, he wasn't far wrong either. So it was one of those things the umpire didn't deem it to be so. Rowan Saws, Rhys Jones having his few words to say, and Justin Madden, the tallest player on the ground, will take the mark, but Rioli should kick this goal 40 metres out. Maurice Rioli puts it through. Richmond now 8 goals 3, 51. Carlton 12-12, 84 on Sevens Big League.
Well, there's Maurice Rioli on screen. There's David Rhys-Jones, who gave away the 15 metres, but Maurice kicks his first goal of the game and started off brilliantly. He's had 14 kicks and 4 handballs. First quarter, he's one of the best men on the ground, but seems to go in and out of the game, Jack.
Oh, I was just looking at that shot that the boys had of him there, that close-up. To me, he doesn't look quite fit, but I don't know whether that's right or not. Maybe I'm wrong. He just looked
Well, he missed all the pre-season and all the early games, so you're probably right.
Ball tapped away from the centre, giving Poole a chance to win it for Richmond and get around, get it moving to Roberts. Roberts in trouble, got a hand pass back to Poole. Richmond moving the ball now to the half-forward zone. Meldrum couldn't take the mark. It's suffered off the ground by Dorotic. Chance now for Eustace, can't make contact. Taken away by Silvani. Looking like his dad when he runs. Picked up by Rhys-Jones. He gets it moving toward Glasgow, but he can't keep it in play. We'll see a boundary throw-in taking place on the wing position outer side. With Carlton on 84 points, Richmond on 51 points. You're on Sevens Big League.
Well, the best players for Richmond are going to be very, very difficult to find. Once again, we saw them last week and they weren't very consistent against Melbourne. And today, as we see Glasgow towards Bradley. Oh, Bradley's dropped the sitter. Oh, lovely hand pass to Bernie Evans. That was from Steve Kernahan. Evans on the left foot having a brilliant day. Gets it to half forward where Sutcliffe took the mark. Over to Greg Strawn, who's tried his heart out. I suppose he'd be one of the players, as we see Madden take one of his few marks for the day. He's got a habit of shoving people in the face, hasn't he?
Yes, he could have had that decision reversed there. If he kicks it straight for Rioli. Rioli looking for a lead. Roberts has made the lead out on the members' flanks. He's in trouble though. Meldrum closes the gap. Gets it moving up to Pickering out in front. Got tripped by Dool. The umpire should have paid the trip. He has not. So bad luck for Michael Pickering, but Michael Roberts tried to take the mark, and now Meldrum tries to get away, and the umpire will bounce. I'm sure that was a trip to Pickering.
I thought it was too. But the umpire missed it. Halfway between centre wing and half-forward flank. They need a burst. They need them quickly. A couple of quick goals to get that sniff of victory. They're not that far out of it. Roberts, straight up in the air. Be play on. It's exactly what the umpire called. A big thump away was by Dorotic, straight to the line before the Carlton player in Paul Meldrum could get there, and it's over line, half-forward flank for Richmond.
We're 2 minutes into the time-on period of the third term. 84 playing 51, with Carlton leading Richmond and Lee hanging on there. Kicked by Pickering up to the half-forward zone where Eustace tries. He's being held by Elvin or vice versa. Taken by France. He got out of trouble nicely. The left foot kick to a teammate. Yes, Thornton. The umpire will pay it to Ronnie Thornton, but he's about 40 to 45 metres out from where he'll do the actual kicking. He's on the 50-metre mark now, as you see. He'll kick from about 45. Now, is he that good a kick? All the Richmond fans hope so. 12-12 the Carlton total, 84. Richmond 8-3 at this stage, and Ron Thornton trying for Richmond's 9th goal. Will certainly help the cause if he can get a straight, long kick at goal. Won't make the distance, I don't think. Yes, it did, but it's pushed it out, only one behind. So where Richmond needed a goal, they couldn't quite get it. And Carlton still on 84. And Richmond on 52 points on Sevens Big League, and Dool from full-back straight towards Dorotic.
Dorotic out with the big chest and all low trajectory drop punt. That was a magnificent pass over to Kernahan. Kernahan looking back for McClure. McClure's got it. Throws the ball away, I felt. Now he gives it away to Buckley, who was grabbed. Play on, said the umpire. Manton comes through. Out wide is Notting, receiving from Sutcliffe. Rhys-Jones ducks in to take an easy mark on centre wing. Gee, they're doing it well, Carl.
Guy Francis waited for that ball. Shouldn't never do that. Waitman and Meldrum. Meldrum takes the mark, looking for the chance to play on. He has it now. The ball is delivered high by Blackwell to the half-forwards. O'Kernahan can't take it. With a chance now by little Fraser Murphy, but he's way off target. And we'll see a boundary throw-in taking place in the forward pocket position. So this throw-in will favour Carlton, of course. We're nearly 29 minutes into the third term now, and Carlton with 84 points to their credit, leading Richmond by 32 points, who are on 52. Carlton a chance to increase their lead here. The ball tapped down, taken by Waitman, kicks into no man's land. Rhys-Jones coming out first to meet it. He'll go straight. Oh, what a hand pass, straight to Blackwell. On the boundary line, he tries to centre the ball. Looking for Glasgow, the siren sound. Three-quarter time. No more scores can be added. Carlton 12-12, 84. Richmond 8-4, 52 on Sevens Big League. Welcome to the final term on Sevens Big League of the game between Richmond and Carlton at VFL Park. If we go into the final stanza, we see Carlton leading Richmond by 32 points. Madden taps it down, taken by Blackwell, kicked up to the half-back zone, and Manton taking the mark for Richmond. Manton looking for somewhere to go, looking down the members' side of the ground, but now changes his mind or changes his thinking. Eventually kicks it to where he was first looking, and Lee tries to tap it forward. Tapped out by Madden. Shot out by Blackwell toward Rhys Jones, who does secure, breaks away quite easily, gives it out to Bernie Evans, who's had a picnic this afternoon. He gets it moving down to Dean, and Dean on the left foot, Robertson, I'm sorry, goes into Ward Dean. Oh, gee, he must have moved well, that Peter Dean, to get down there. But Robertson got it down to the forward zone and popped it through for one behind. So Richmond 8-4, 52, Carlton 12-13, 85. They're on Sevens Big League from VFL Park.
Brendan Bauer receives from that kick-off by Scott Sutcliffe. Out wide we see Peter Rode. Tackled there by Trevor Poole over the line it goes and out of bounds. It's been a very impressive performance by Carlton. Far too good today so far for Richmond. 12-13 to 8-4. That's 25 scoring shots to 12. And they've had brilliant little men. Evans, in the centre, Bradley has played a brilliant third quarter. There's Eustace, bringing it back towards Dorotich. He drops the mark. There's Jess. Hand pass back to Eustace. Eustace towards full forward to Roach, who's had a real dirty day. Only had 2 kicks. Grabbed there by Brucey Doyle, who's been an excellent player. Towards Madden, who cops one across the ear. 20-metre hand pass to Blackwell. Out wide to little Craig Bradley. Bradley runs to half forward and fires a goal. Now, can someone get there? Yes, a diving mark. Peter Dean. Peter Dean, a diving mark. A lovely long kick. But Dean was out of position, flew through the air and took it like a slips catch.
Well, I won't say difficult shot. He's only 20 metres out, as Peter Mack told you. He'll take the shot a few metres in off the boundary line, but Carlton, I think, through Dean can gain this goal. Coming in now, very deliberate shot at goal. On its way by Dean, he's kicked it. So Carlton, 13 goals, 13, 91 points. Richmond 8 goals, 4, 52 points on Sevens Big League. And the sign says it all, skill plus for Carlton. That's Dean's first goal.
Well, skill plus, as Jack said, and that's exactly what we've seen here today at Waverley. Conditions very good for football, considering the amount of rain we had before the game and during the week, but their teamwork coming from the centre line down, Rhys Jones, guys like Blackwell, Glascott, all those medium-sized blokes, Alvin, Dool, they've all been in it. And here's Evans, just overran that one, number 15, Bernie Evans, the ex-Swan, has had a brilliant day. He's kicked 4 goals, he's had many possessions, getting up towards the 30 mark, 23 kicks and 4 handballs and 4 goals. Not a bad day's work.
Well, Richmond haven't had much out of Mark Lee today. He got that tap out, but taken by Dool, who got the small kick away. It's been hurried down there by Nia up to the half-forward zone. A good strong mark taken by Dorotich. Looking for a lead. He sees Rhys Jones by himself. He might get a bit of treatment here. No, Bauer missed him, and Rhys Jones continues on. With a hand pass, he finds Blackwell. Blackwell into the half-forward zone. Buckley should have waited the crumb. He went for the mark. It's up the half-forward zone. Could have been a tackle across the shoulder of Strawn, I thought. The umpire calls play on. The Carlton players throw themselves in after the ball. It got shovelled out. Robertson went in,
good
holding
decision.
the ball. Will be paid against the Richmond player. Looked like Sutcliffe down there.
No, Smith.
Smith, was it? And it's been Robertson to take the free kick.
That was bad play, though. He's only a young player, though. It's a short pass by Robertson. It's too high. And Rioli, who's been one of Richmond's better players, kicks wide. But umpire Saws was standing about 5 metres away when he made no attempt. Then a good umpiring decision, as we see Mark Eustace. But in the back, the umpire's going to pay to Tommy Alvin. Before that, it looked very much to me as if it was in the side, but still the umpire a bit closer than us.
Carlton led by 13 points at quarter time, by 35 points at half time, and by 32 points as we came into this final term. Now this boundary thrown will take place about 60 metres out from the Carlton goal. Carlton in their quarters have kicked 4-4, 5-4 and 3-4. Richmond 2-3, 2 goals and 4-1. So Richmond's third term was by far their best.
Kernahan done some lovely things today at centre half forward. Violi overran the football and over the line it goes again and out of bounds. Steve Kernahan has kicked 2 goals. Mark McClure has kicked 2, but has been generally well held down there by Greg Strawn, who has been one of Richmond's better players. Kicked off the ground by Lee. Back towards Elvin against Eustace. Kept his balance beautifully. Then Elvin looking for the hand pass. Gives it to Robertson. Robertson to Justin Madden. Madden towards half-forward. The only one there is Bernie Evans. He waits. Now he runs in, fires a goal. Is this his 5th coming up? I think it is. Yes, a great roving performance. 5 goals to Bernie Evans.
Yes, had a great day. Played well on the Monday break when I saw Carlton play against North Melbourne, and he must, by some people, put in a different game last week, but he's certainly playing well in the games I've seen.
But I'll tell you what, Jack, very poor checking by the Richmond defence. There was no one near Bernie Evans for at least 30 or 40 metres. Maybe that's his good play, but boy, it's not good defence.
No, it is not. That's why Richmond are trailing by so much. 97 playing 52. Lee about to do the ruck work against Madden, who got the tap. Taken by Rioli. Can't get the ball away from the centre, though. Big Madden goes in to claim possession, but the umpire will come and take it away from all of them. The bounce will take place still in the centre of VFL Park, and as you see, there's a big mob around that football. So a big punch can clear the pack. It's been handed the official attendance, and it's 26,231 brave people. Ball tapped down. Rioli got it, but couldn't do much with it.
Centre wing. Hand pass by Rode to Elvin. Bad hand pass to Bradley. Michael Roberts receives onto the left foot. Wide. Oh, gee, a good mark by Harms. Too good to Meldrum. Long driving torpedo punt. Could have marked it then, Manton. Elected to go the punt. Sputters up beautifully. A hand pass to Roberts, who waits for the football. He's got it now. Michael Roberts, the son of the ex-Brownlow medalist, Neil. Trevor Poole takes the mark. Centre wing. Brings it back towards half-forward. Slipping over was Dool, and he still goes back and nearly takes it. Rode caught. Holding the ball. Should have been. No, said the umpire. Eustace. Handball back. A chance for Ron Thornton. He runs onto his left hand. Gives it to Roach. And here's a chance for Michael Roach. And has he kicked his first? Yes, he has. 1 goal to Michael Roach with his 3rd kick of the day.
Roach getting that goal for Richmond after the hand pass. A good play of Thornton, he appreciates. And Carlton 14-13, 97. Richmond 9 goals, 4-58 on 7's big league. And the Richmond supporters haven't seen enough goals, they say, Pete, because they're trailing by a fairly big margin. But somewhere 39 points is the difference in the scores now. And Carlton playing well, hold on to that good lead. Centre bounce. Madden again. Big thump. Thump back. Roberts can't take it. No, he got to tackle a bit high, I thought. The umpire hasn't played accordingly. And the hand pass comes out. It's been taken and hurried down by Pickney. He hasn't done too much today.
No, been fairly quiet. But here's Jimmy Jess having a pot shot at the goals. It floats back, and I think Jimmy has kicked this one. He has. So the Richmond supporters get a little bit happier as he puts through his first. He was moved to the forward line to try and liven them up. There's the Richmond supporters. The scoreboard shows the Tigers have hit double figures, 10-4, 64, trailing Carlton 14-13, 97.
The time clock showing nearly 8.5 minutes into the final term. 8:20 as a matter of fact, so Richmond have a chance to get a few more goals. I don't think they can play anywhere near good enough to overhaul the Carlton side, but we'll see what happens in the next 20 minutes or so. Centre bounce. Lee up high. The ball comes straight to turf. Blackwell can't do much with it. In there we see Anea battling for possession, but they've had some very ordinary players today, the Richmond team, Pete.
Yes, they've only had 3 or 4 good players, I suppose. Rioli's done well. Trevor Poole's done well in patches. Waitman in patches. There's a kick coming out of the centre towards Meldrum. Gee, that back line's played well for Carlton. He kicks it wide, but Michael Roberts ducks back to take the mark on centre wing. Well, let's hope this is a bit of a revival by Richmond. They're starting to force it forward. Waitman, free kick. No, said the umpire. Pickering's got it.
Yes,
it was a free kick to Waitman. As Waitman is on half forward now, the lead has been made by Roach. He's going to ignore him, Waitman. He's going for the long kick. Francis over the back. Oh, gee. They're doing it too easily, Jack, as Dorotic takes a sitter.
Yes, Dorotic took the mark, plays on out to Meldrum. Meldrum taking the mark on the half-back line. Attention by Thornton, but a bit late for that because Meldrum's got the ball. Now he might reverse that decision against Meldrum. He has. Thornton will take the free kick. He's 55 metres out from goal. Meldrum not happy with it. Now Thornton kicks towards Jess up high. Can't hold the mark. It's with Elvin. Elvin of Carlton. The hand pass comes out. Taken by Rode. Peter Road has plenty of room in which to move. Silvani's making position for him, or trying to. Silvani's getting the ball now delivered toward him up on the wing position, but can't hold it. Poole there, traps it for Richmond, got a hand pass out, taken by Bauer. Was it Bauer? It looked like Bauer up towards Buckley. Tapped along the ground, taken by Elvin again. That's where it all started before. Elvin picks it up and kicks it up to the half-forward zone, and the mark taken by Notting on the half-back line for Richmond. Notting down in the, just away from half-back now, coming out wide, looking for Thornton, but Doole's there.
He's still a very, very good player too, Brucey Doole, as Richmond's starting to do a bit of tagging and holding on. There's Doole wide, looking for Kernahan, pushed in the middle of the back, on the neck, whatever you want to call it. Kernahan's got a loose man wide here. Oh, yes, it's telegraphed, this one. Scott might give it to Bradley. No, he's going to have a kick himself. McClure ducking back. Oh, he gives it across to Bradley. He'll run in straight at goal. No, a little stab kick. Goes straight to the hands of Bauer. A bit of fancy work there. They overdid it, Carlton.
Yeah, bad kick by Bauer too. Kicking nearly along the ground. Could have been the Carlton free kick there. Will be paid. Now, Richmond not tackling very well. Giving away silly free kicks or easy free kicks. And Kernahan pops it up again. And no one checking Glasgow at all. So as Glasgow up toward the half-forward zone, being told to play on now, trying to get around his opponent. Got a hurried kick toward the half-forward zone. And good mark for Blackwell. Good mark indeed. He's 50 metres out from goal. Blackwell looking for a lead. Or will he have a shot? A long kick from there. You know, he's going to have a shot. Well, he's going to kick it anyhow, eventually. He got the ball moving up to Harms, who will make the distance from 45 metres. He hasn't really gained much. He's only improved the angle a bit. He gained about 5 metres on the kick at goal. But Wayne Harms is a good kick. And he'll kick from round about the 45 to 50 metre mark, which you see in front of him.
And like all backmen, Jack, they love to get in and have a shot at goal.
He might even kick a goal. Who knows? The umpire having a good look at it go overhead. And Wayne Harms has kicked the goal. Very happy with himself. Carlton, after Wayne Harms kicks his first goal, moved their score to 15-13, 103. Richmond 10 goals for 64, and the Carlton fans are happy.
And there's Wayne. He's a terrific player, Wayne Harms, for a player who's not all that tall, but he's got plenty of beef on him, as you can see. Great skills, long kick, and intelligent play to duck down to the half-forward line to receive that short pass. So good play by Harms, and that's the beauty of that Carlton back line. Meldrum runs, Doole runs, so does, of course, Harms. They're really attacking the back line. There's Bernie Evans. What a game. He won't forget this one in a hurry as he kicks wide to Glasgow. Will he get the bounce of it? He leads in the race for it. He's got it. He hooks it back, but I think he's put it out of bounds on the full.
Thought he might have got a little nudge in the back there, but the umpire hasn't paid that way. It is withdrawn. We see the ball on the half-back line, and nearly the back pocket, I should have said, for Richmond. Up toward Big Lee. Had his colours lowered by Madden today. Glasgow still trying to keep the ball. I said trying to keep the ball in play. He must have thought the ball was in play, but the umpire had different ideas, and we'll see a boundary throw-in taking place 15 metres out from Carlton's goal.
I think Glasgow might have been right then.
Well, the umpire didn't say he was.
Oh, well, doesn't matter at this stage, I don't think, as we see. Oh, gee, he's been a good player, Alvin. All those medium-sized players. That Bradley taking the diving mark? No, Evans. It was Evans again to Rhys Jones, the two former Swans combining. Wide it comes to Blackwell. Blackwell, little chip pass across. They're starting to fiddle around a bit, but it's a mark, or in the back. Kernahan's been a good player. Could have been either a free kick or a mark there to Kernahan as John Manton came over his neck. Now, I'll say it again, Jack. I'll put my reputation on the line. I think he's a great kick for goal, Stephen Kernahan. So, well, what's in anticipation with this one?
Well, if you're only putting your reputation on the line, you might put something decent up, Peter. Carlton 15-13, 103. Richmond 10-4, 64. You're on Seven's Big League, and Peter McKenna said that Stephen Kernahan is a great kick for goal. One behind from that shot by Stephen Kernahan. He has kicked a couple of goals, though. But Carlton moved their score to 104, and it's Richmond on 64. 40 points between the teams, and the lights have got on the scoreboard out here at VFL Park, so it must be getting fairly gloomy out there for the players. Big Madden, too tall, too good today for Mark Lee.
Yes, and Justin Madden, half-forward flank, centres the ball towards full forward, where the mark has been taken by Scott Sutcliffe. Off he goes.
Going backwards.
Hand pass wide towards Brendan Bauer. Two young players combining. Bauer towards the half-back flank where are near, but they haven't gained all that much distance from where it originally came from.
They've only gone from one side of the ground to the other. Peter Dean with the ball, hooks it out, can't do anything with it. Now Eustace picks up and tries to get it round the flank, looking for a teammate. He can find a teammate. No, James overruns it. Harm picks up and drives it back to the half-forward zone. Kernahan goes from 50 metres out, goes in toward the goal. Good shepherding by McClure. And Peter McKenna's right. He is a good shot for goal. Carlton 16-14, 110. Richmond 10-4, 64 on Sevens Big League after Kernahan kicks his third.
And Kernahan, good team play by Kernahan to race up to Harms and congratulate him for that great clearing kick down to the forward line. Carlton, there's certainly tons of class out there. We must recall they were very close to Hawthorn last week at the MCG at one stage in the last quarter. They certainly got within a kick or two and they couldn't quite go on with it. So they are a good side, as we see Eustace hooking it back. Rhys Jones has been a good player today. On the left foot, he goes wide. He finds Robertson. He's got time to drop the ball and still pick it up. A little chip pass across towards Jimmy Buckley. A hand pass back towards Bradley. Bradley's got it. Hooks it back towards full forward. Kernahan sets himself in the back. What? No, said the umpire. Kicked off the ground by McClure, and he slams it through for a point. Carlton laughing at Jackie had time to drop it
and pick it up. Carlton 16-15, 1-1-1. Richmond 10-4, 64. Sevens Big League. And from the full back position, Richmond are trying to find Mark Lee. Yes, he got away from 15 metres against Madden, but that's a professional 15. I would say Madden trying to hold the game up and having a few words to say to the umpires as Lee plays on with a hand pass. He gave it out to Manton. Manton tried to kick the ball back around the corner. He did eventually get it in some sort of direction. Picked up by Harms. A left foot kick goes into the centre of the ground. A chance for Blackwell. Blackwell got a hand pass in. A chance for Glaskett. Glaskett moves it out. Now Bradley. Bradley into the open goal. Another Carlton goal. Carlton are too good. Carlton 17-15, 1-1-7. Richmond 10 goals for 64 on Sevens Big League after Bradley kicks his first goal.
And that started once again by a skill error by the Richmond side, where a player dropped the sitter of a mark. Carlton were quick to swoop on it, and with beautiful team play, down it went to Bradley with a lovely hand pass he received. 21 kicks and 3 handballs to Bradley. But when he's had all those possessions, Rhys Jones has had many possessions. Bernie Evans on right of screen there with Big Justin Madden. He's had many possessions. Alvin across the half-back line. Dool, Harms, Meldrum, and Silvani's done his job down there on rope. So no wonder Richmond haven't been able to get into it. There's Bernie Evans again on the left foot, down to Kernahan. He tries to thump it on. It's grabbed by Robertson. He hooks it back. Oh, looking down there for McClure against Strawn. There's a battle of the speedsters. We see Strawn charge after it. He's done a good job down there and Mark McClure. Handballs to Bradley. Bradley into the open goal. He stabs and he misses. 1 point.
Yes, I think he was trying to really get... I don't know whether he had a shot at goal or not. Can't tell much by that, but Bradley had that shot at goal and only got one behind for the effort. 17-16, 1-1-8 to 10-4, 64. So you can tell by the shots at goal. 33 shots to Carlton, 14 to Richmond. That's scoring shots of which I speak. And Rioli after it, can't get it. A Carlton free kick will be taken from the position where the ball crossed the boundary line. And now we see Blackwell get the ball moving in toward the full or the forward pocket, and a gutsy mark taken by Robertson. If he can kick one from there. It's about 25 to 30 metres out from goal. He may look for a short pass, but any league player should be able to kick the distance. 30 metres out. Robertson going goalward and going for his first goal. He's made the distance all right, but it's off target and forced through for one behind only. So Carlton still peppering the goals. 34 shots to 14. 1-1-9, playing 64 on Sevens Big League with a time clock just going past the 19-minute mark of the final term.
Craig Smith, number 39, has tried very hard today. He's only a young player. He's going to be a very good player in the future as he kicks it towards, and this season will give him a lot of experience. Michael Pickering's been pretty quiet today. Bruce Dool has kept him well and truly checked, as we see Francis hooking it back towards Ron Thornton. Thornton started off on the back line. It's been moved to the forward line. I think he's actually playing a centre forward at the moment.
That was
15
bad, mate.
metres.
That was
I think
bad.
he just anticipated he was running to the right, wasn't he?
Yeah, well, then he was tackled from behind the mark, which he can't be, of course. So the umpires awarded a 15-metre penalty against the Carlton team. That was Bernie Evans, was it? I think gave away that 15. So now a chance for Thornton, put this one through for Richmond. Thornton's kick going goalward, or is it? No, it is not. Through for one behind only, not even close, I might add. So Richmond on 10 goals, 5, 65. Carlton 17, 17, 119. And the time clock, 20 minutes have gone the final term, and Harms driving the ball out to Silvani. Silvani, look at that familiar run. You saw that in the 50s. And his dad Serge used to run like that, but not quite as quick. Up toward the wing position, he kicks. Another chance for Carlton to go forward, sock it off the ground. Bauer after it for Richmond. Coming in is Kernahan. He's bumped away from the ball. Manton taps it back, but straight over the boundary line. We'll see a throw-in taking place in a position which you'd call Carlton's half-forward flank.
Well, you don't see many of those decisions paid deliberate. Umpires have to be well and truly certain in their mind. They give the players a fair bit of leeway, and that's probably rightly so. It's down to the ground. Waitman, I don't think he's been 100% fit today. Bauer to Manton. Manton towards Poole. Trevor Poole. Reece Jones making sure he doesn't run on. He wants to play on. Hand pass over the top to Rioli. Well, he hasn't let them down today. He's tried very, very hard. Out wide. Over the back. Thornton. Half-forward flank. They've been very haphazard in attack, though. Short pass to Jess. Now, this will be interesting. He's kicking into the breeze. Now, if he goes the torpedo punt, could be very interesting here as far as distance. Let's see, from the 50-metre line with the torp. No, he's going to drop punt. I thought he would have gone the torp. Up towards Roach, who flies, and they must pay the man in front. A very, very strong mark there by Justin Madden. He certainly has improved his marking.
Yes, he's just too tall for most of his opponents, Pete. Justin Madden going straight up the ground, looking for Harms. Not a good kick, but it might get the desired result. Reece Jones is in there, but he can't get the ball out cleanly. It's on the 50-metre mark. The players jostle for possession, and it's going to be a free kick awarded to Roberts of Richmond for a holding the ball decision. So Roberts with this ball. He won't make the distance. He's looking for a lead from Roach or someone such as that. He's gone short, and he finds a teammate, and that teammate is Johnny Anea. So John Anea from about 40 metres out, possibly 45 from where he'll kick. Might score, Pete. It might be a bit dicey for him, though. So,
well, he's not normally a long kick, I think you'd agree, Jack, but it's just within distance, I would think, for Johnny Anea.
Yep, that's within distance, all right. He's put through for a Richmond goal. So Richmond late in the final term at the 22.5-minute mark. Get another goal through Anea. 11-5, 71 is the Richmond total, but Carlton are sitting on 17, 17, 119.
Well, there's Johnny Anea. He's been a terrific player. Not today, but he's been a great player for Richmond since transferring across. He's had 13 kicks, possessions, is it, Andrew? 13 possessions. And he's been a great player since coming across from Collingwood. He's gutsy, he's fit, and he can run all day. At the 23-minute mark of this final quarter, kicked off the ground by Mark Lee. It's really been a terrific performance today by Carlton. Maurice Rioli getting very tired now to Ronnie Thornton. Hand pass back comes to Eustace. Eustace looking for Roach and Jess. Now Jess from behind. Oh, good use of the body there by Dorotic. He goes in after it again. Terrific play by John Dorotic. And I'll tell you one thing about him. He doesn't get a lot of kicks, but by heck, he usually checks his man.
He had 4 opponents there, and they couldn't get the ball from him. He's had 30 possessions, so he's done quite well. Tapped out by Madden. Tapped on again. Taken by Alvin. It may have gone over the boundary line on the full, or I thought it may have even been over the line. Reece Jones was saying something. It may have been over the line before actually it was kicked, but the umpire isn't paying that way. Roberts brings the ball back around toward goal. Pickering's there. Chance for Alvin once again. He got a hand pass working on that occasion. Waitman swamped. He could not do a thing with it. Tapped away from Eustace. Kicked high by Pickering. It will be cleared, but hasn't gone the distance. A free kick going Carlton's way, but the umpires paid the advantage rule, and Harms drives up toward the centre of the ground. Here's Evans. Evans with the whole paddock in front of him, drives it back towards Kernahan, who's dropping back. Can't take the mark. Kernahan recovers well, hooks it back overhead. Has he got control of the kick or not? No, it bounces away from Bauer and runs through for one behind. Now, Kernahan couldn't get any assistance. He had the ball, there's no one was quick enough.
He needed a rover there. He really did need a rover. Gee, Evans has played a slashing game today as Manton. brings it towards half-back. Robertson, a good strong mark, and he's improved in leaps and bounds, Shane Robertson. He certainly looked like a player who's going to be doomed to stay in the reserves, but he brings it up to Kernahan, who fires from behind. There's Greg Strawn, one of Richmond's better players today, really has battled hard. Over to Rioli. Rioli, he's been a good player too. Two of the better players on the ground for the Richmond side. To Lee, who's been quiet. Lee towards half forward. Thornton's had a fairly good last quarter as he receives there from Francis. Kicks wide. A chance now for Trevor Poole. Poole has got it. Half forward flank, trying to bring it back towards the pocket. Dorotic again in front. Down to the ground was Eustace. Slung down, didn't have the football, and that was a free kick.
Yes, I'd agree with that one. He had got rid of the ball before he was tackled, or as he was tackled, and he's been awarded the free kick for the holding the man decision. Eustace with the ball, 15 metres out, a shocking kick taken by Buckley. Got a little kick away taken by Jess. Back to Eustace. Eustace called for a hand pass by Poole. Poole caught. He's in trouble. Tries to thread his way out of trouble. He's still caught. Jess goes blindly toward goal. Looked like a back-to-front torpedo punt, if you want to call it that. It seemed a funny old kick, but it got through for one behind. Richmond 11 goals, 6, 72 points. Carlton 17 goals, 18, 120 points. And Wayne Harm drives up to the centre of VFL Park, and a well-placed kick finds Glaskett. Glaskett moves the ball out, and it's Bradley going forward, tapping the ball on the ground once. He can run right to goal the way he's going. No one going to tackle him. He can go forever, except the gates will keep him in. It's Bradley now in the half-forward zone, kicking toward the full-forward slot, and that's a goal! That's a goal! Very poor defensive work by Richmond. Great play by Bradley. He kicks his second goal. Carlton 18 goals, 18, 126. Richmond 11 goals, 672 on Sevens Big League. His 23rd possession and skill plus, the banner reads, and I can't argue with it.
Well, he's kicked 2 goals, and don't tell me, there's Wayne Harms on screen, don't tell me anyone who says you shouldn't run at the bloke who's running down the ground. A lot of people say that's modern football, that when the bloke's running down, bouncing it, you run and let him have a long shot. I reckon you've got to take the punt, Jack, and run at him. I think you'd agree with that.
Well, I did, Pete. I said no one was going to meet him. Kicked off by Glaskett, kicked to the half-forward zone. Chance for Strawn to pick up. He did that quite well. Gets the ball moving now on the flank on the members' side. Finds Pickering, who can't hold the mark. He won't forget the day he played on Bruce Dill. The hand pass comes away now by Rhys Jones, taken by Robertson. He swings it up to the half-forward zone, looking for Kernahan, who's out in front, and the mark has been paid to Stephen Kernahan, but too far out from goal to score.
Done some nice things, Jack.
Yeah, he's a good player.
And I'm dying to see Motley get back into that Carlton side too, because he's a terrific player too, although he's had his critics. I won't allow for a guy having injuries. But there's Sutcliffe knocking it back. Oh, near. Taken away there by Bradley. Bradley going to have a casual shot for goal himself. He didn't want to kick it. He wanted to handball it. But he just says, thank you very much. I'll pop this one through for his 3rd goal.
Well, he's played well. He's having a very good year, of which we spoke earlier. He's certainly having a great season. So is the Carlton Football Club. 19 goals, 18, 132. They now lead Richmond by 50 points at VFL Park. It looks like a bad injury now. They're coming off down in front of us, being carried from the ground as a Carlton player.
David Glasgow.
David Glaskett being carried from the ground.
Rotten luck, because he's been an excellent player today. Be in the boats, probably, Jack. I think you'd agree. How many? 30 touches for the day. So that's a great day's work. He and Bernie Evans and, of course, Bradley have been dominant.
Bradley went for the knock then and got it.
There's Wayne Blackwell in the centre of the ground going in, as usual, on the bottom of the pack. Too late to have a fight now, boys, as it comes out to Alvin. Alvin crashes his way through. Tackle. Buckley. Hand pass. Oh, Harm's not moving too well there. I wonder if he's got a bit of a hamstring. Now he gets onto the left foot, hooks it back. Who's up there? Big Justin Madden. Over the back is, was it Michael? No, it was Sutcliffe. Towards half-back is Lee, and that's in the back to Carlton, I think, to Bradley. Gee, particularly since half-time, he's taken over the game.
Well, 29 minutes gone in the final term. Bradley hand passes to Elman, who kicks toward Big Madden, who sets himself for the mark but can't make contact. The ball hurried away from that pack on the half-back zone. It's with Dean. Funny-looking hand pass. Should have been a throw. Yes, the umpire picked that up very quickly, and the free kick will go the way of Peter Francis. So we're nearly 29.5 minutes into the final term on Sevens Big League, and Carlton have started to give, or have given, Richmond a football lesson. Bradley again. Hooks it back into the half-forward zone. It doesn't bounce kindly for some of the players. Bowers a chance to pick up. beaten to it by Straw, and his hand pass goes back to Manton, whose left foot kick rakes toward Anea on the half-back zone for Richmond. Anea's on the left foot looking for someone to go to. He goes to Poole. Poole going for a hand pass, bringing it back around to that player down there was... couldn't think of his name. Notting got it moving and taken by Pickering. So Pickering's 50 out.
Michael Pickering, beautiful pass to Dale Waitman, a bit late, but he's tried hard. There's the siren to end the game here. Let's see, as the siren has sounded, let's see if Waitman can kick this goal. The goal umpire goes across and says it's 1 point. So at the end of this game, Richmond have lost decisively because they've only scored 11-7-73 to Carlton, 19 goals, 18, 132.
Footballer. You've got to go for the mark. The VFL mark. Go for the mark. Go for the mark.
Go for the VFL mark at Myer. Real footy Guernseys, real footy shorts, and real supporters wool jumpers in all club colours and badges. Go for the VFL mark at Myer.
Carlton doing it easily in the end, with the final scoreline showing the Blues 19-18, 132, Richmond 11-7, 73. For Carlton, Bernie Evans having one of his best games since crossing over from Sydney. He finished the day with 5 goals, Steve Kernahan 3, and Craig Bradley also contributed 3 goals. Whilst for the Tigers, Mark Eustace was their main contributor. Yet another win for the Blues. They sit nicely in 3rd spot on the ladder. The Tigers, can they make the 5? Well, they're currently in 9th position, and with still plenty of time, who knows what can happen in the weeks ahead. Whatever it is, I certainly hope that you'll join us here for all that action on Pro Football.